When we last left our party, they had just arrived at Starryham on July 6th. They were ready to conquer, kill, and crush their... Actually, I have no idea what you guys are doing.
I punched the villager who's narrating this behind our shoulder.
Okay.
Oh! The city.
Oh! Why would you do that to me, sir?
Last I remember was Good Tidings.
Yeah.
Well, that was yesterday. Obviously, that's not today. So your task is to, via some peaceful method, convince a guy's name I don't remember right now that the Dominion is cool, yo. Hang on.
Handor of Stormpike,
Yes.
House Ivanar,
I remember the Ivanar part.
who is a half-elf, half-dwarf.
Yes, he's a really bigwig, and his family has been one of the most powerful, controlling, aristocratic families in Alluvia since forever, since Alluvia's been a kingdom.
All right. And why don't they want to give this place up? Not give it up, but submit to Dominion rule.
Well, near as you can tell, he's basically trying to prove that the Dominion is not being beneficial for the area. So he's kind of said, no, this whole section, this whole city, really, is not under Dominion control, and it's still going to prosper and flourish. Now, this is an interesting...
That's you. Wait
Well-
till Serial hears about this.
Well, what's interesting about this politically is that this is a very sharp move on his part, and some of your intel says you think he's being backed by someone, because this isn't the kind of intelligent operations that his family is known for. His family is known for moving in and buying everyone.
Let's introduce the Dominion to embargo and tariffs.
Well, it's funny you bring that up, because if the Dominion tries to do military force to move in, obviously he's proven his point. Big hit to everyone else, right? If they try to force him through more passive-aggressive means, like embargoes or tariffs, then he's proven his point. So they're at this point where they're like, okay, and they've been having difficulty sending diplomats in. They've actually tried. Low-level, level 2, level 3 diplomats who have basically tried to talk their way in, been treated to a nice meal, and then been told to leave. So,
Okay.
now your job is to try to peacefully get in there and get this guy to lift this thing, or, and this would be far more preferable, embrace the Dominion. Because if the Dominion can get this guy and his whole maneuver on their side, that's going to be a huge win for them in the PR department. Now, he controls, I shouldn't say controls, that's the wrong word. He owns, that's a much better word, a huge section of the city of Starryham. I've actually got a pseudo...
Wait, no, I'm playing Abilene shit.
Yep.
Yes.
So, he owns a giant section of the city here. It's actually got its own walls.
Guido,
Yes.
He's never
this
been
is
there.
something you would come up with. I think we should go get some... I think you should have the idea that we're going to blackmail this guy into doing what we want him to do.
We're just going to go straight to blackmail?
We need to peaceably
Yeah,
convince
we're gonna
you.
go
We
straight
will
to-
stab
we're
you.
gonna-
I've got an idea. I can call in some help for this.
We're going to kidnap somebody he cares about and hold them hostage
Well,
Why would that
mean,
be my first go-to?
because you're Guido.
No, Guido's first go-to would be, I've got a hammer. Oh, actually, he doesn't. He has a- I've got a sword.
I have a wrench.
Yeah, exactly.
You rend them apart, and that's a peaceful solution. He's in pieces.
No, it's whatever's randomly at hand. So it'd be like, there's a ruler over here. I can do some pretty interesting things with a ruler.
Out of character, I did have a bloody brilliant idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I can take him through one of my portals.
Oh, God. Come with me.
Well, I mean, if he emerges as liquid on the other side, what do we do next?
Or he may just be merged with a shadow.
It'd be fine.
Regardless, so if he's taking out a picture, doesn't that just mean that like Dulin or Dulania just moves up? And that's it.
What?
Wasn't it? Like I've got some names written down that supposedly have relations to him. One of them is called Dulin the Stonepike.
Oh, yes. No, there are... Yes, that you are correct. Those people are related. They are part of the... I don't want to call them mafia because they're not actually criminals, but imagine non-criminal mafia and you've got it.
So business owners.
Whatever. My point is, family business owners, of which I actually know of a couple in my life.
Yes. So, I mean, wouldn't they just move up if
We're family.
Handar was gone?
Theoretically, yes. You're not 100% sure. You haven't really done any intel gathering yet.
Okay.
I'll go do some intel gathering. Since I'm not playing Zerial and I can't just kidnap somebody he cares about.
Oh, so what intel are you trying to gather?
People he cares about.
Roll charisma.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, you still got to roll charisma to do gather information.
No, I know. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm tired too. I quit NyQuil.
I don't want to hear it. I was up till 5-something in the morning. And had
I haven't been
drink.
sleeping because of headaches.
Man.
And I've been working.
And I haven't been?
Okay, fair enough.
I went to bed at 11, got to sleep shortly before midnight because I remember seeing my clock. It was about 10 till. And I was awake before my alarm went off at 3.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't go to bed.
My alarm went off, or I went to lay down around 3 and proceeded to lay in a bed that was moving like a boat on rough seas for 3 hours before I finally managed to drift off, only to have the sun come up and make me remember that I had to go do payroll today and had to have it in by noon. My charisma is a 17.
Is that the total of the roll? Or is that...
I rolled a 13. I only have a 4 charisma.
She doesn't have a plus 17 to her charisma.
No,
so.
I hope not. Jeez Louise! There's just this blinding being of pure good.
You like me.
Oh, yes, whatever you say. What'd you get, Sis?
A total of a 17, I told you.
Oh, it was a total of 17. Okay. Okay. So what are you actually trying to find out?
Right now, just some generic information about him.
Okay. He is very well liked by the local populace.
Well, I knew that.
He is kind of he is one of the aristocrats that likes to cycle money back into the city.
Okay. So he's not a bad guy, necessarily.
You rolled over a 5, and by a 5, I mean a 15. So...
Same
I
thing.
did roll over a 5.
They got the same number in them.
So you also find out, as you kind of tap some of your order resources in the area, he is he's very, what's the term when you reward people who are close to you and no one else?
Greedy?
Corrupt?
No.
No, there's a
generous.
Family-oriented.
No.
No, that's called corrupt. That's called, you scratch your back, I scratch.
Normally the term that I hear used a lot is a good old boy.
No, that's not...
The good old boy system, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is kind of what he's doing, but there's an actual term for that, and I can't freaking think of the name of it. But anyways, he is doing that. So the way this works is a lot of the money he's cycling back into the city is legitimately helping the city. They've got public works, they've got a good system of charity, they have no poor, they have very, very little crime, and all of these facts are true, as opposed to, just a propaganda campaign. But the way he does it is he makes sure that the people who are instigating these things are people who either owe him or are owned by him.
It's cronyism.
Yeah, cronyism is what he's practicing here. So he is doing stuff to help the public, but he is doing it through people that are in his pocket. And so he is very well liked by basically everyone, and everyone in the area kind of owes themselves to him. With a 17, I will also give you, since 17 was my second barrier, the fact that of the people in the town, obviously there's a large number of people. Sis, could you please mute yourself while you're mass clicking? I'm sorry, but it's...
Well, I'm what?
Mass clicking. You're playing Torchlight.
How can you even hear that?
You can.
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
You might not be able to.
No.
Okay. Well, either way...
Noise gate is set up.
I was going to say, I have that... Anyways, the point being, it's I know what that noise is anyways, because I know you're playing Torchlight, but I could also hear it. She's playing Torchlight, guys. My games are so boring, my sister has to play Torchlight in order to enjoy herself. I can't say anything. I focus better when I am playing video games while GMing. You can ask all of my players. That's just a thing for me. I don't know why that is.
I don't know. A lot of people do it. I know even the guy who does like URealms online will play Minecraft while he's doing videos. You'll hear the...
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. Anyway,
Wait, hang on. I had one more fact. Real
Okay.
quick. The other fact is that a large number of people would love to be him and take his place. Of these people, I'm not going to give you names right now because there's a fairly large list. Most of them are either too afraid to do it, too loyal to do it. In other words, I mean, why rock the boat, right? I've already got a sweet thing going on. Of that list, I'd say only maybe 3 people on that list are stupid enough, in Abilene's opinion, to actually think that they could do a good job of balancing this very delicate balancing act he's got going on here of corruption plus being liked by everyone, and actually pull it off. And those 3 people are... Snark, I'm sorry, could you give me those names again? Because I can't seem to find my notes about that.
the people in Stormpike.
Yeah.
Handar, Dulin, and Dulonia.
That is all 3 of them. I was right. So, yeah. Those people are the ones most likely to actually make a move against him because all 3 of them are kind of stupid. And that is Abilene's professional opinion, as someone who's pretty good at reading people. Snarg, you were going to say?
Yes, so I feel like I should be using my leadership and company to help the situation because both Dominion and Blood Fox have a lot to gain in this,
Okay.
as well as us. Because there is supposedly the Arc of Light there that is on the payroll, and it'd be really, really great if they were on somebody else's payroll.
Well, who else could possibly afford the Arc of Light?
I don't know. So I'd actually like to call on one of the social team, Team Shreth, to this.
Okay.
Led by Terranok of Aggressor. He's my main social man.
Where's my map?
And he can probably also help us with doing these negotiations and looking around, that kind of stuff.
Give me just
But I will let him know, after placing a call or however we get the message through, that Arc of Light is here, and it would be great, really great, if they could... What's going on?
Okay, what are you doing for the
He's
next
measuring.
month?
Next month?
It's going to take him a month to get here.
Why is it going to take him a month to get here?
Distance.
You're crossing most of the continent.
Don't we have like airships and stuff? Like, how did we get here?
You got here in Zeriel's private airship, if you remember, that she
Okay.
loaned to you for this.
I mean, don't we have like transportation airships we can
Wait,
use?
she loaned it? She would not have loaned it. She would have dropped him off.
That's what I mean. That is actually what I meant. Now
Well, how many people can it
let's assume
6. It can hold 6 total.
Yeah.
And she's the only one that can drive it right now.
Now, if you wanted to try and get Dominion, a Dominion airship over there, well, let me go ahead and do a bureaucracy roll to see how many days it takes to get a ship there. So 3 days to get a ship to Fox Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Then on a ship, so that's going to be one.
Oh,
And that's
you know,
gonna be
I bet I know what
about-
you've been hearing. Kazra has his speakers on.
Oh, that might have been it. Anyways,
Because
so 8, 9,
my
10,
mouse
11.
is really quiet.
11
How long
days.
have you been hearing my mouse?
For 11 days?
We'll go ahead and assume it's 11 days if you want to get them here via Dominion airship. No, I'm pretty sure I'm hearing a mouse. It might be his mouse, but it's definitely a mouse. Click, 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 click.
Well,
Click, 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 click.
Okay, that actually would, tell them to prepare.
is that what
Okay.
you're hearing?
Yeah, it's not actually that big of a deal. It was just a big deal because
Can
it was...
you hear it now?
No.
Okay.
So are you going to commit to that 11 days?
Yeah?
Because I've already rolled for it, so that's what is actually going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, they're on their way. You guys have 11 days. What are you doing?
There we go.
I want to do a gather information check.
Okay.
How's the trade situation in this area?
It deserves to be expanded. I mean, that's not what I mean. I mean, it is what I mean. But
Is that also charisma?
that is also charisma, yes.
Okay. That's nice. Damn. Holy crap, that's a 40.
All right, you get you don't just get information. People show you sheets and budget reports. You get all the information, fully in depth. So in depth, I'm not even going to go in depth into it in real life.
How can I exploit this information?
Oh
I'll just put it that way.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, and just so you know, I rolled a 17 on the D20.
Jeez.
I have a +5, and I rolled a 7 and an 11 for my 2D12s.
Wow.
So,
okay. So, here's the general situation.
When I was getting rolls like that for my deception, he killed me.
Hey, I only did that once. It's true. It's true.
I think you only have to do it once.
Apparently not. Apparently I need to do it better next time. No, okay.
Oh, that's
I
my
got
pet.
better.
I hope that's... So, okay, the majority of the wealth that flows through here is not actually from trade, it is from manufacturing. That sounds weird. My point is that these people are not a hub, they are a point of contact, right? Now, they do produce quite a bit of goods. They produce a large number of skilled workers, because they've got actually several colleges set up in the city. They produce, high-quality furniture goods and luxuries, very specialized woven items, the kind of things that usually would be at player level to craft and take real crafting experience to do, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
So it's mostly high-end luxuries and skilled workers that come out of here. So if you were to, for example, say, hey, so I know a few dozen places that could use all of these things, and direct that there, it would not be a small amount of money that you would take for being the one transiting those. You could also probably try to usurp their existing transit hubs to the rest of Alluvia. I just realized. So what I was previously saying was that assuming you redirect their transiting hubs, you could also take over the ones where they're distributing this to the rest of Alluvia. The majority place that take their primary customer is the Glendon Wood region, most notably Glendon Wood itself.
Okay.
A lot of people go to Glendon Wood from here, and they have very strong ties with Glendon Wood. So that would be the place you would be either usurping or redirecting.
Well,
Oh, I have an idea.
So I'm gonna keep that on the back burner. See if I can come up with a way to exploit that information or
Freaking 40.
take over trade somehow.
Freaking 40. You know, with the Fort, I believe, is something else. This family has long been in good relations with the Lord Farron of Silent Blade.
Oh.
That's the kind of thing that I normally would never give you, but you got a frickin' 40. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that one.
Oh, that's bad.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Lord Farron of Silent Blade is one of the primary acting people of negotiating the
Yeah.
joining of
that's
Alluvia
bad.
to the Dominion. Why is that bad? He helped
Sorry.
end the war.
Out of character, that's bad.
Yeah, he's been a background character for a lot of the campaign, but he's had his fingers in almost every pot that you guys have been interacting with.
Yeah.
Yes.
In character, he's a guy who is beloved by almost everyone and has a really good PR.
Yeah. Yeah, I should totally, endorse and work for this guy. Crap.
Zariel's already working with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
If I can share really quick.
Did you turn your pet into a chest?
Yes. I'll never forget the time that Coulson actually got a meeting in character with Lord Farron of Silent Blade as a representative of the Exchange. And when Coulson, the player, finished that meeting, he said it was one of the most terrifying experiences he ever had. He felt like he was in constant danger just being there. So I think I nailed that. That's exactly what I was going for. All right, you guys have 10 days and 23 hours left.
I'm going to assume that we have time to heal between then and now.
You have 11 days!
And I'm going to assume that my lancets came back finally.
Yes.
Yay.
Not entirely sure why, but I'm down to 9 hit points from something that happened recently.
I don't remember, actually.
I don't remember, but I took a pretty massive hit.
Well,
It was
you're
99
fine now.
points.
This whole time you've been kind of limping, and you just gotten used to it, you know. And then you're like, "Oh, wait a minute, I feel terrible." Go to the nearest inn. You don't lay down. You collapse face forward into the bed, still in your armor. Bed is destroyed. Abilene pays for it. There is an order post in Starryham. There's an inn. There's actually several inns. There's a market. There's several crafting areas, as I mentioned. A lot of high skill stuff. A couple of universities.
Right.
There's a bunch of stuff here. What do you want? What do you want to do for 11 frickin' days?
I'd like to do a couple things.
Well, you can do. You can only do 2 things in 11
juggle
days.
for 11 days straight. No. The first thing I want to find out is I really want to find out what in the world the Arc of Light is actually.
Oh, so you're going to look into that
doing
now?
in this place.
So
Are they
here's-
chilling or what?
So now I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Are you going around doing a typical gather information check, or are you trying to not let? Are you trying to do a gather information check without anybody knowing that you're doing a gather information check? Basically stealthing it.
I'm not really trying to be coy about it.
Okay, so you're being super overt, so no rolls necessary. Excellent.
I mean, that looks super suspicious if they're trying to sneak around and gain information.
Okay, well, go ahead and give me the GN roll.
All right.
Or GI roll, excuse me. God.
Let's see. And this is Charisma.
Charisma.
All
With
right.
no other rolls whatsoever.
I have a 10.
Okay, how many more days would you like to commit to doing this roll?
Big. Keep doing it.
No, it's only an hour per roll, so go ahead and just give me another roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've got way tons of... In fact,
The
hang
second
on.
one's a 10.
What's your charisma?
The charisma is +5.
Actually, just keep rolling. I want to know when you succeed, so I know how much time this takes you.
All right.
So it's 2 hours so
So
far.
10, 10, 11, 7, 16, 21.
Okay. So, Snarg comes back to you two 6 hours later.
Yes.
I've been asking everyone in the entire town about the Arc of Light, sometimes multiple times.
I didn't hit the trigger until I talked to this one guy.
Yeah. So you actually overhear a conversation,
No.
which is what finally gives you the information. Turns out the Arc of Light are actually here specifically looking for someone. They have been hired by the Order to capture a traitor.
Okay, I go interrogate Abilene.
Okay.
I mean, not in the tie it to a rack, but
Tell me
Ask.
what you know.
I'm using interrogation in the ask about this way.
Okay.
And you're muted. You're still muted.
You're infinitely muted.
You
Hold
are muted.
Oh, there.
I was trying to find the thing.
Okay, you have successfully unmuted.
Jeez.
Congratulations.
What I said before then was I'm stuck in a trap.
No.
I am unstuck from the trap. Do I know anything about this? Because, I mean, I did go down to the order post.
Well, you didn't tell me you were asking about anything. Would you like to have asked about stuff at the order post?
Well, I would have checked in.
Yeah,
and
but I
I'm
mean,
assuming gotten a status update for the locals' goings on.
okay, here's the
See if
local
there were
goings
any-
on. There's a
If there were
traitor
any
to the
side
order!
quests.
There's a traitor to the order who is rumored to be somewhere in the region. It's a dwarven smithy. They're not actually sure what name he's operating under. They think he's been operating under a fake name. That totally is, we're going to call him Bob of Anvilmar, because I don't feel like looking up a name right now. Now, Bob...
We already had a Bob of Amphimar.
No, that was Bob Tholomew. Oh, wait, he was a troll. Never mind. Didn't I write his name down? I did write his name down. I take notes occasionally on my phone for future story ideas. Ivcon of Anvilmar, I have the clan right, is a very skilled weaver smith, okay? And he was involved with making all sorts of brand new stuff. It pretty much is one of the main weavers. In fact, if Abilene, you might have heard of this guy outside of the order. Guido, you might have as well, because this guy was one of the big guys who was working on new airship designs, right? Whole new concepts and paradigms for shaping the ship and making it so that the magic conducts through it better, so that it stays upright easier, using less energy, you know, all stuff like that, right? Big progressive thinker, very inventive. Supposedly, I shouldn't say supposedly, what you hear from the Order is that, oh my god, you wouldn't believe this. This guy, apparently, I'm guessing he needed the money. We don't actually know why he did it. But he started supplying arms. He started being an arms dealer during the war, when the war was still going on. And he profited hugely off of it. I mean, the Order confiscated platinum from this guy.
Wow.
Rooms of platinum were confiscated by the Order from this guy. Yes,
platinum.
rooms, plural. This man... And the woman telling it just kind of stutters for a bit because she's so shocked at the idea of someone deliberately profiteering, because, remember, this is the first war this planet has ever had. So the idea of profiteering off of a war is like a second level of, oh? So he's... I don't understand why anyone would do that, but he turned tail and fled. We've been trying to track him for a while. This is actually not the only group that's looking for him. This is just one of the leads, which happens to be here in the city. So that is, if you have any information on Ivcon of Anvilmar, please look. And she gives a little description, but then she adds, but of course a weaver of his level could easily have changed his appearance, or his voice, or any number of things, so do what you can.
Yes, ma'am.
Also,
so when Snark comes to me...
I was going to say, also we're having a potluck tomorrow, if you want to bring something. I'm going to be bringing some seasoned rolls myself.
Oh, yummy. Do you think there'll be any crispy critters?
Yes. We got an imported special.
Ooh, fun. So when Snark comes to me and it's like, I heard about this traitor in the Order. Why haven't you said anything to me? I'm like, dude, you were gone for 6 hours.
You're also muted.
You are gone and you've lost your voice! 6 hours of talking.
I was talking to 6 people for 6 hours.
Yes.
And
then
one per
That's
hour.
exhausting.
yeah, his throat's gone right now.
Wait, so there's a traitor to the Order?
Yeah, a guy was profiteering. He was selling arms during the war, like, for profit.
Was he actually part of this town?
No.
No.
No, this
I
is
don't
one
know.
of... No, they would have told you. This is one of the suspected fleeing to places.
Ah.
Yes. It's funny how my voice changes occasionally. Yeah, he's suspected to have fled here from
Fleed?
Blah town that they apprehended his base of operations.
Wait a minute, I'm getting a thought here. Hang on. What if this town was harboring a known criminal?
What if this town was harboring a known criminal?
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, it would. Especially somebody of this magnitude. What's
Yeah.
your point?
Well, I mean, if the people
You
find
think
out,
somebody here is harboring him?
shoot, I would.
Why would you harbor him? We already confiscated his platinum.
He's an incredibly accomplished weaver crafter.
Oh, that's true.
We need to find this guy before the Arc of Light does. Who hired them? The Order?
Yeah.
We need to find this guy before they do.
Okay.
No, hang on. Before we do anything, what's the actual legality about this particular type of thing, since you're so Order-like? What's
It's bad stuff.
That's very
It's bad
legal
stuff.
terms right there, technical terms. It be bad, yo.
like if he happens to go?
If he flees again... No, I'm sorry. If he happens to go what? I'm sorry.
If he happens to go and like work for somebody else, like is there can he do that for to get out of his sentence? Like what's going to happen if they catch him? And why did they need an entire complement of experienced bounty hunters to track him?
Because he's a master weaver.
All
Sure.
right.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, you got a description of him, right?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Words.
Oh, he's
words,
made up
words,
of
words,
he's made up
words.
of words. He's like one of those little typography music videos.
I was going to say, he's a typography golem.
Oh. That's a very bold design decision.
He's just
It's okay,
a bunch of
at least he's
words
got-
flirting around in space.
At least we know this golem has a face. All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll keep one of the marks on Captain Ahab, but the other one I'll put on this guy because
Who all do you have marked right now?
I've got Davy Jones and I have this guy now.
Yeah, but who is your other guy?
But it's only two.
No, I mean you had. Who were the two before you just changed your markup?
It was a captain, and I believe it was. I think it was Guido.
I think it was.
I think it was
sounds
too.
like.
Yeah.
Why did you mark Guido?
So I could drag him.
Okay, yeah.
I think you did that when we were flying away from the Citadel.
Oh yeah, so that he could. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Guido, come back. Okay, hang on. Track.
So, yeah. I suppose we should also be, trying to go about our actual mission here. So, I'd be more interested to see what exactly makes the people around here think that this place can remain independent.
Are you...
I mean, there's got to be some major thing that this guy has promised.
I would like to picture that Snarg literally walks up to the first person on the street. Excuse me. What do you think you're going to be maintaining your independence?
No. He's pretending to be a reporter, so he walks up.
Oh, right.
Hello, can you tell me about your thoughts on the news?
There you go.
Excuse me, sir.
Do you have 5 minutes? If you were a drink soda, which one would you be? No.
Can you tell if this is Pepsi or Diet Pepsi?
Okay. All right, how are you interrogating these poor innocent civilians?
Well, I mean, is there any... Oh, I'm not going to interrogate the citizens just right off.
Not
Is there any
immediately.
pro-
Later.
Only if they seem
Yeah.
promising.
Later, I'm going to interrogate.
Only if somebody looks like he's just, like, ripe for interrogation.
Okay.
No, but is there any propaganda up around here? Because I'm sure that with everything... With the Dominion press in all sides, there has to be some sort of public announcements, reassurances, that kind of stuff.
No.
No? Really?
None.
There's nothing.
Zippo.
Okay. What kind of What kind of speciality does this particular town deal with?
Skilled workers and luxury craft goods?
Okay.
I don't fully understand the question.
Well, like, I mean, normally, a particular place generally has something that they're good at, like one of their primary exports or something of that sort.
Okay. The primary export is smug. What
Is smug.
No, I'm
It's
kidding.
Smugness. It's crime. It's corruption.
No, okay. There's a fizzy soft drink that they produce here. And it actually has... So what they do is they take these berries that grow locally. They grow in other areas too, but they especially grow here. They take these berries in, and they have them within these specially enchanted casks that they have. These casks were enchanted by the ancients, so they don't know how to replicate it, right? Well, actually, it's more probable as Snarg's like learning about this spiel, he starts tilting his head and being like, "Couldn't they just reproduce that?" And then he starts thinking, "No, they're probably preventing people from reproducing it just so they can maintain a hold on it."
Wait. So they've got a secret drink formula. They want to remain independent.
Yep.
It's full of corruption. So this is Atlanta.
So they.
Is there a Coke museum here?
Yes, no. Actually, there is a museum to the fizzy soft drink.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh
called.
man, we should totally go to that.
Which is called Enchola.
In Chola.
So they have these.
Guido, you could totally ship out in Chola.
So, I actually had a question from my gather information.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a kickback does Handar actually get from the local shipping? Or does he?
No, he does.
Okay.
Not insignificant, but not average. Average. Middle of the grade. Middle of the road. As far as kickbacks go, specifically.
I want to run the numbers and see if I can operate at a profit and kick him more of a kickback than what he's getting now in order to make that offer to him.
You gonna buy
as
him
an
off?
in. Negotiating tactic.
Yeah, I get you. Do me a favor and roll int.
With the D12s?
Yes.
It's non-combat. I'm waiting for my pet to get back because my bag is
That's
full.
not so good. That's
Only a 58.
Only if it's...
Actually, I don't think we can get
so
that high.
22.
22. That is still more than sufficient. So you sit down, you spend a few hours going over the books and just kind of thinking and mathing, and you got all these reports that you got copies of because you got a frickin' 40, so you're like, okay, it's this, just this, okay. You were pretty sure that you could barely make a profit, and I mean just barely. Like we're talking like a 1% in terms of in terms of net profit off of this. Accomplish what you were trying to do.
Okay.
There we go. Now, sorry, go ahead.
If I'm around the rest of the group, I'll just let them know. We don't have any other options. We do have an in. Potentially. A negotiating tactic.
One end is better than nothing. Should we set up some sort of meeting, maybe a bit from now, or do you need some time to make this all happen?
I'm assuming we're waiting on your
Team.
Yeah, your team to get here. So I don't want to jump ahead of that.
You don't have to. I'm just
We don't have to sit
saying.
here and do nothing. I mean, the opportunity presents itself, but this is...
You could just take in the sites for a week and take the week off. That is valid.
Well, I think we may want to run down this guy, or at least look for him, try and sniff him out in this place, and then try and find out what in the world So why was the Ark of Light mentioned in this in the first place? If they're only here for capturing this one dude,
Investigating the dude. Yeah, they're investigating the guy. But they're really well known.
They're an extremely well-known adventuring group. As I think I mentioned, or I think she mentioned, excuse me, last session, Abilene probably literally is a fan.
She's a fanboy.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, right, those guys.
They're like,
If you'd like.
the real-life Avengers. I mean, that fictional Avengers thing? They're real versions of that.
Yeah. So this city is going to be dust in a week.
Yes. Soon as Ultron comes out, it'll be like, all right, let's do it.
We must sign the Arc of Light Accords. All right. So, Abilene, and probably Guido, too. Would you like to try and meet the Arc of Light and perhaps get
Yes!
an accomplished
Yes!
weaver?
Yes. Wait, what? What was that second part? I wasn't listening.
Get the attention of an accomplished weaver. Maybe have committed some war crimes, but...
Wait, you're not suggesting what I think you're suggesting.
What do you think I'm suggesting?
You want to use a traitor? You want to befriend a traitor?
Well, look, all we know about him is that he made weapons for the war. That's all we know.
He sold weapons to the war.
All right, he sold
He
weapons.
caused the death of thousands of people. He's an abominable traitor. He broke the order pact.
Was he part of the order initially?
Yes.
Well, then we'll be doing the order a favor if we track him down.
We're supposed to turn him in.
Right, that is what we're supposed to do.
We're going to turn him in.
We'll talk to the Arc of Light, right? Because they're the ones that got the job initially. You do want to
they're
talk to
not
the Arc of
only
Light, don't
ones that
you?
have it. Yes.
All right. Let's track down this guy, and he'll probably lead us to both of them.
Before I
Okay.
forget,
Mm-hmm.
But we're
at,
turning him in.
at some point in the near future, when I can get away from Abilene, so she's not going to overhear what I say to Snarg. I'm basically just going to take him aside and say, we could always turn him into Fox Ridge or Ice Your Shipping.
Well, I mean, they don't really have any governmental authority, not really. About I don't know. I want to hear what he has to say about this because, as far as we know, is it actually illegal to sell weapons in the order?
He broke, yes. It's considered an abhorrent, like he's considered a true criminal. Like he's being held like with the same level of contempt as pirates.
Well, we'll see what he has to say. All right?
But
I mean,
Fox Ridge and Ice Your Shipping could certainly use some
if he happens to
upgrades.
suffer an unfortunate accident, fall down a couple of stairs, and then disappear completely, oh well, right? Look, I'm not going to try and step on too many toes here because giving the Avengers and the Order mad at us is probably not worth it.
I'm just throwing it out there as an option.
I got you.
Know.
I got you. That's why we're going to try and get to this guy first.
I like
All right.
the stage whispering.
There you go. All right. So let's try and find this guy.
What method would you like to use to try and find this guy?
Well, the Order said that he's probably disguised himself in knowing weavers. He probably has. Because I think we've actually run into that before, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we have, because we actually tracked down a guy who was disguised as something else.
That
The
is
weaving
true.
methods. How did we find that guy before? He was Mars, but he didn't look the same.
That is correct. He didn't.
But he happened to have a couple cracks in his disguise.
Are you referring to the assassin?
Yes.
You found him because you tracked an assassin. You weren't actually looking for him in particular.
Oh, okay. Well, In this case, we're looking for a master weaver. Now, he's probably not sitting there, hey, I'm a master weaver. Hey, look at me. But
Well, neither was the assassin. Hold on.
what do we actually know about this guy? Is he just an accomplished weaver, or and that's it?
Blacksmith.
He's also a blacksmith.
He is a blacksmith.
Which
Yes.
is quite
There
rare.
are some. So there are some signs we can make, perhaps smells or traces or something of that sort that may give him away. Not that he may be actively practicing right now.
Need blacksmith, LFG.
Or he could be under disguise as a normal blacksmith. Who knows? One thing. So, Abilene, you're a weaver-esque, right?
Not nearly as good.
Sure, but
Yeah.
you know about weaving. What?
Yeah.
So tell me, if you were a master weaver, how perfect of a disguise could you make?
It depends on how careful I was being.
Okay. Let's say you're being very careful, like the entire Order was after you. And the Avengers.
Very careful.
Very careful. Right. So that in itself could be something that gives them away. Someone that's being entirely too careful. That's entirely too perfectly disguised, who works to cover up every single little minute thing.
We need to find the one person who is above all suspicion, because that's our man, or woman, as the case may be.
I mean, I'm halfway kidding, but still, I mean, someone who is doing that sometimes marks themselves because they're being so careful it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that a blacksmith and the weaver is not a master disguise or spy.
Probably not.
He's probably smart, but he's probably not.
You know what else he might be doing?
What?
Appraising items.
It could be. I mean, these are all places that we should obviously check.
Yep.
Well,
how late-
we do have some interesting
Ooh.
materials. You said he's a blacksmith, right?
The blacksmith weaver, yeah.
So I could possibly help lure him out with Sasha. Not many people get to work with, whatever the hell I'm called.
Mag Lancers.
Yeah,
Freelancer.
thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain was like Fell Knight. I'm like, wait, no.
We could put out that little tidbit in hopes that he'd bite. Maybe he's like one of those eccentrics who just can't avoid looking at something like that, even when they're on the run.
It typically is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
All right. How do you propose we put that bait out there?
Put up some notices, I guess.
Like, just want to look at my Mag Lancer? Come here to the town square? Like,
Maybe it
No,
needs some
like,
repairs.
hey, I need some repairs done to my Mag Lancer, searching skilled weaver.
I know exactly where we can post them too.
Where?
The
I
bar.
was presumably the place I was looking for propaganda 6 hours ago. I'm assuming there's some sort of general notice board or something of that sort. Yeah. There you go. Although, if you're looking for something higher class, I don't know if you just go and post notices.
Well, normally what I would do if I needed repairs done to Sasha would be to post it at the. Oh, that's your pet. Would be to post it at the order form, but he probably wouldn't be there. I mean,
unless he's
I'll post-
really good.
no, I'll post something up there anyway, just to be sure, but
All right.
I doubt he's hiding there.
And we can look and see who nibbles.
Yep.
All right. In the meantime,
Check him out.
I can do some good old-fashioned tracking. Just go around, look around the town, look for someone who possibly fits that description, even though he may be disguised.
So here's what I want.
There's only so much you can actually change.
Well, here's what I want you to do, Snarg.
Yes.
First of all, are you setting your mark to him? I don't remember if you actually did that.
He already did that.
Yes.
Just making sure. So, you're going to go ahead and track him. Now, what I want you to do is decide how many hours you're spending tracking, and then add +2 to your roll for each hour spent.
Okay. How many hours left do we have in this particular day?
I'll be generous and say you showed up in the morning, so it's like 1 in the afternoon.
Okay. All right. Well, I suppose I'll do it until about dinner time. We'll do it until 6. How about that?
Okay.
So that's 5 hours.
Okay. So add +10 to your roll.
Okay. And then Bloodhound gets special stuff. I'm tracking a mark. Can bring him back alive. And if he runs, he's screwed. All right. Seriously, I can move like 60 feet if I'm chasing a mark.
And he's a dwarf, so he'd be like...
No, wait. 70. Sorry. No, it's still 60 at this point. Anyway. And that gives me +4. It's 14. It's wisdom. Okay. Now do... Oh, I know what I can do. I can use my new Geomancer sense talent, which was never really specified what exactly it does.
You gotta remind me for, I think the third time now.
Witcher 3 senses.
Ah, right. Okay, yes. Boom, boom, boom.
Is that literally the description you have written on it?
Yes, because that's all we decided on.
It makes sense, Witcher 3 senses. Boom.
Yes. I just put see clues and tracks outside ordinary senses is basically what I have to put down.
Yeah, if you've played Witcher 3... You've played Witcher... Well, you've watched me play Witcher 3.
Yeah, the world goes all monochromatic, and then he can see, werewolf pee in the trail.
Yep.
That's something that happened.
Yep.
All right.
That's
Let's try
cheating.
This. All right. And
While he's
exceptional-
rolling... Oh, go ahead. Oh, okay.
Well, with all those bonuses, that comes out to a 30.
Okay. Now, 30. Don't let me forget that.
Okay.
What are you two doing for 5 hours?
Assisting?
Okay.
Something?
So you're walking around behind him going, I think I saw something! Is something over
No,
there?
I mean,
Look, there's some tracks over here! Look,
well,
look!
no.
Look!
So we're
There's some
probably
people.
posting up
That's a horse.
We're probably, we're probably posting the stuff.
The one
Oh, yeah.
thing. So you're
Guido
gonna
makes killer flyers, so you should probably ask him to do it.
That's true. Guido's pretty good at that.
Literally killer flyers.
Like a Goosebumps book. Killer flyers.
I'm picturing Guido slicing someone's
The
throat with a
present-
flyer.
The PowerPoint presentation.
Just
Look at my gun or I'll shoot you.
Wah! Anyways, I'm sorry, Guido. What were you just saying?
So, yeah, I'm going to find some parchment and some ink. I'm pretty sure I still have Snarg's pen. If not, I will borrow it. And I'll start making some flyers, basically saying, Maglancer in need of repairs or something to that effect. I'm also going to take a small piece of paper and make a note explaining what I messaged you earlier and pocket it.
Okay.
But you messaged too.
Zagnus. Yeah.
Now, I want you to do me a really weird favor. So what you want to say is, I need help repairing the Maglancer. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I've got this English to Shakespearean translator here. Oh, this is terrible. I needeth help repairing this fine Maglancer of most excellent cautel.
No, what you should say is seeking skilled craftsmen
Seeking skill.
for the repair of
Unique Maglancer.
They're all unique.
I know.
Now, what does the Shakespearean thing say?
Seeking artful craftsmen for repaireth of unique Maglancer. It's kind of boring. I wanted like an actual old English translator, like the kind of English that's barely legible. Here, hang on. Let's see what we got.
Well, you got to spell it OLDE.
Of course, I didn't even think about that. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, no, that's almost unreadable.
The star's down there.
Okay, so hang on. It was seeking skilled craftsman. All right, let's see if I can even say this.
Sok Lixian Kraftigal from Wagrin Bolt of
Hang on.
Eliduk.
It's
Maglancer.
Riton Tilia de Etzel Etrit Edlik Maglancer.
Of course, I understood.
So I'm writing it in Dwarven, apparently.
Yeah, I guess. I forget that.
Beer.
I don't even know Dwarven, but I'm writing in it.
Yeah, you looked down at the screen. What did I just write? Was that a typo? I don't even know. Whatever. Okay, so you make a very nice parchment. Do me a favor and give me a dexterity roll.
Do 6 while you make it.
I don't have my armor check negative on this. I'm guessing.
I don't know. Or you have your armor on while you're making the parchment?
Well, I would have taken my gauntlet off.
Okay. Then yeah, you don't have the penalty.
Oh, good, because I rolled crap. That's a 24.
Okay, so this is you do a pretty good job here of making this. That plus the pen is like, okay, very official, very nice looking, very professional. And you put that up. You now have 4 hours left.
Any pawn shops in the area?
Yeah, there's one.
By chance, is there a dwarf in there?
Sure. There are 3 dwarves in there. No, 7.
Wait, no.
Don't be sleepy, sneeze.
No, there's 3 dwarves there. There's 3 dwarves there.
Okay.
Hey, what can I do for you, laddie? Oh, you're a tall one, ain't you?
Well, not as tall as my brother.
Oh, I believe it, laddie. I haven't seen a full-grown Lugan myself, but I've heard stories.
Well, apparently you may. The Arc of Light may be coming to town.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, I haven't seen any reports of some big giant Lugan stomping around, though. I suppose it'd be hard to miss, wouldn't it?
Indeed. Just wondering if you have any armor that may by chance fit. I'm always looking for upgrades.
Oh, I could totally get you outfitted with some kind of armor. What kind you're in the market for?
Plate mail, or yeah.
Let me see what they got back here. So they go back, and they bring forth this super duper shiny armor that is like no. It's well, yeah, its stats are garbage. You can probably tell that just by looking at it, but it looks really nice. And he starts talking. This is one of our latest models. It's got. He starts going over it, and so he offers for you to try it on if you want to.
Might as well. I mean, we are here, Guido. It's not every day you get to try on new armor.
Abilene, are you with him? In the pawn shop? Okay.
That's why I just told him to try on the armor.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, so I'll make sure that Abilene is watching my armor, and I'll go ahead and...
I'm trying on his armor.
You are...
like, you look over, Guido, while you're doing your thing, and you look over, and you hear clink, 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 and what you see is your chest piece sitting on the ground with your helmet sitting on top of it, and one arm sticking out, being like...
You hear an echoed voice. This is great.
Do you think it fits me? You see 2 fingers.
So you try on the new suit of armor, and this is the most comfortable armor you have ever worn in your life. And as the guy explains, this actually has custom woven spells directly into it that ensure that it can adjust its temperature and protect you from any kind of things like local insects. It actually has a repellent field that keeps insects away from you. I can also give you massages as you're staying here. Try it out, and he kind of indicates how you turn it on, and it starts
There's
getting
a big red button on the chest.
no,
Says don't push this.
no. There's like a little control thing in the inner collar, and it's like, okay, that first button, that's the massager, and it starts massaging your back as you're in it. And this one controls the temperature. There you go, and you can turn it up or down. It's basically an air conditioning unit or a heater, depending on what you want. This one over here, this will allow you to. That's the insect repellent field. You don't really want to turn that off. I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to, but for whatever reason, if you're a beekeeper, maybe, I don't know, you can turn that off from that one. The next option there. Excuse me. The next option there gives you a little option to, he leans in. So you don't have to go to the bathroom every now and again.
I have a bracelet that does that.
How do you... Never mind, I don't want to know. Changed my mind.
Well, that is convenience.
It's designed for guards who are supposed to be standing for long periods of time. And make sure they're in comfort and are keeping their mind on the job rather than thinking about how much their feet hurt or how much their legs hurt. Oh, this one also comes with leggings and boots, which do the same functions.
Did you say hurt again?
Hurt.
Excuse me. Can you say hurt again?
Hurt. I don't want to give them hurt. Are you... Is that the mite? Lassie, I don't think that fits you, laddie. Or Lassie.
It fits fine.
Hand pops out, waves.
Fits fine. It's comfy. I feel tiny, but I like to think that I'm big when I'm wearing it.
You know, Lassie, we might have something for you. If you're
There's
interested.
another set of those stilt boots. I tried them on. I don't have very good.
No. We would never offer a mite lady like yourself a steel boot. That's undignified. No, we got something much more fancifying for you. He walks off.
Okay, but I'm gonna need some help. I can't lift this by myself.
You hear, Guido, you got your back turned. You hear clang, and your chest piece is now rolling around with might feet.
Oh my god. Never mind, I figured it out.
Yeah, I'm good now.
He comes back with a belt. It's actually like a sash looking thing. Almost like a thing you put around your neck to keep yourself warm.
Scarf.
What the hell?
Thank you. I can't think of the name. Scarf. And he says, here, try this on, Lassie.
It's not white and flowing, is it?
It's a skirt.
A little bit. No, it's like a scarf for your belt.
Ah.
So are you gonna put it on?
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll wisdom. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So
Isn't this thing dead yet?
the moment you put it on, you feel this sort of like this wind starts kicking up around you. Okay, and so anything you are wearing that's flowing, like your fur, for example, just starts billowing dramatically in the wind.
My tail.
Yeah, your
I have
tail's
really
just
long, big, bushy tail, so my tail's like
yeah. It's
I'm
just
like swishing my tail around in the air.
and you can like do the folded arms pose and just. It doesn't exactly increase your size, Lassie, but I reckon it might be the kind of thing you might enjoy. If you want to strike a good pose, it's toggleable too. You can change it from on to off. You can increase the severity if you want to look a little more intimidating on the right circumstances.
Nice.
It's a shame your null friend isn't here. I could give him something too, but he's off marking someone for 5 hours. I mean, Draken someone. Poor Snarg.
What?
So, interesting point of fact. My primary plate mail armor has no special effect.
Dude, you should totally get this.
Um,
You should get the comfy armor.
What's the AC?
Default, which I believe is 4.
If it's plate mail, it's 8.
8 then, sorry. Or no, that's right. It's half that because it's fancy. So it would be 4. I was right.
It would be 4? Okay.
So you'd lose 4 AC, but you would gain awesome.
And comfort.
And comfort.
He really wouldn't have to come out of his armor anymore.
Can it be enchanted to always be shiny?
Actually, it already is. Here, I'll demonstrate. And he grabs a little bit of dirt from outside, just throws it on the thing, and the dirt just chevron, or not chevron. What's the name of that? Teflon. Teflon's right off. Just.
So, brilliant plate mail of comfort.
Yeah.
How much?
Let me think about that.
And is it actually iron, or is it going to be... not that it really matters. We're not using
We
the...
didn't finish exploring that upper portion.
That's a good point. I'm not sure what material this would... This would probably be made of Pyrial, if anything, to be able to conduct the massive number of enchantments that are going through it. Because there's a lot of enchantments going through this thing. Oh, we've also got a custom... Or if you prefer something that isn't a simple server, we could have it look more goldy or copper. Whatever color you want, we can dye it. It's a slight extra charge, I'm afraid, though. So if you prefer it to look some other way, that's entirely up to you.
I like the idea of like gold embossing.
There you go. We could do that right through it. That's going to cost you about another 500 gold on top of the thing. So let's say 2,200 gold. Wait, 2,200, is that right? I suddenly can't math. What's 2,200 times 100?
That'd be 22,000.
Yeah.
I cannot
That's-
math right now in my head. Hang on.
Wait, 2,200.
I have a calculator on my phone. God, my brain is that gone. I am
It's
really tired.
220,000. It's times 100, not 10.
Okay, so this divided by 100. Yeah, 2,200. I'm right. I am right. Yes. Okay, so yes, 2,200 gold. It's the price of a sports car.
How much do I have for trade-in value on my old armor?
For basic plate,
Yeah.
5. Nothing. Nothing.
Okay. I want to barter.
Oh!
Or barter would be the term, but
You want a bargain.
bargain, yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready to bargain with you. It's been a long time since I've had a nice rot. Are you gonna have your wee friend there help you out?
This guy's named Dormammu.
We hear of Clan Dormammu. No, is Abilene going to help out with that? Well, I don't know what
Abilene's
you are
muted.
saying. However, just like, okay, thank you. So Abilene is failing at helping you. Like,
Sorry.
I'm picturing Guido being like, well, I could go it this way. And Abilene just suddenly jumping up onto the table and saying, we'll give you 5,000 gold for it. And then Guido just kind of slowly... There we go.
If you throw in the skirt.
You got... Deal, Lassie!
So I almost made an amazing roll.
Okay.
So on the
Then-
D20, I rolled an 11.
Nice, already.
On the D12, I rolled an 11.
Hey.
On the other D12, I rolled a 10.
Ah! So close. But that will beat me. I can do that much math off the top of my head. By that much, so... Let me think about that. Alright, I'll be willing to let it go for 2,000 gold. No less.
No less.
No less. And this is actually after... I should rephrase. This is after, like, several minutes of back and forth. You have worked him down to 2,000 gold. One of his brothers actually says he shouldn't sell it for that little at all. That may or may not be a negotiating tactic. One of the other brothers is charisma-ing Abilene to get her to buy the sash.
Abilene is going to buy the sash.
Okay! Oh, that'll be great. That'll be 18,000 million billion gold.
I don't have that much.
How much do you have, Lassie?
Well, I mean, I work for the order. We get paid.
Really?
We get paid that much.
It's going to be about 5,000 gold, but we'll go ahead and put the tab to the order, if that's okay with you. You won't have to pay a dime.
They
Just sign
don't.
here.
No. Not allowed to do that. Not allowed to do that. Guido, he's trying to get me in trouble.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry, I just realized I should vary my accents a little bit. No, I'm not. I swear. I'm just trying to make sure you get a nice sash, Lassie. I want to make sure you enjoy yourself.
So,
We know he's trying to get me in trouble.
so 2,000 gold.
2,000 gold, aye.
Now, do you only work in secondhand items?
Do you know the Weavers?
No, we exclusively work in second-hand items. We don't have our own providers. This is all used stuff.
How would you feel about having some providers?
I'm not sure what they would do for a profit margins. We get this stuff pretty cheap. Roll charisma real quick. Abilene, you can too for this.
Oh, much better that time. That's an 18 total.
32.
He's hiding something. Meanwhile, Snarg at this moment is tracking into the building. Track.
Really?
And then tracks his way back out. Track.
Oh, I just pictured the silhouette. Just,
Doing it. Pink
goes
Panther's
in,
name,
he crawls around the armor, he crawls into the armor, sniffs it around, and then crawls back out again.
Yeah.
So, have you ever heard of Iceer Shipping?
I've heard of them. They're in the Very company, from last I heard. What about them? Mostly
Well,
about...
I happen... Go ahead.
I was going to say, mostly from what I've heard, they're actually a shipping company.
So,
Mostly.
I happen to know the owner.
Sorry.
I happen to know the owner.
Really?
And if you were interested, I could probably arrange to get a discount on, like, sending you goods that you could sell or taking away goods that you are unable to sell.
Oh, I see. We might be interested in unloading some goods. That might be worthwhile.
Would that be worth maybe a couple hundred gold?
Let's say 150.
So that would take it down to
1850.
1850?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I lost my accent. Suddenly he starts talking like this. Oh, no! I'm getting kicked out of the Dwarven clans for talking like this.
Well, considering out of character, I have 1,911 gold.
Oh, God.
Hence the negotiations. 1850 sounds good.
Well done. Oops, right there. Wrong guy. Say we have a deal then. And he reaches out to shake on it.
And I'll have someone from Iceer Shipping come over and meet with you.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. Now,
I'm not sure how in character I would do that, but I would.
yeah, I get you. Now, Abilene. Oh, you really want this sash, Lassie? How much gold do you have on you?
I have.
You're actually telling him. Oh my God, you're the worst negotiator.
I rolled a 1. A 1.
I'm not arguing.
I've got about 200 or so on.
Why don't we say this? We'll let this go for a pretty loss like yourself. A mere 100 gold.
I mean, you were going to charge me 1,500.
No, but for someone as nice as you, and you do work for the Order, Lord knows. The Order does such great work for our people. I feel like I owe you that kind of a discount.
Okay, hold up. Out of character, I have 9 chits on me.
Oh, God.
He just asked me how much gold I had.
Yeah.
Oh. I just realized I also have a platinum.
I'll take
well.
that off your hands. If you don't mind. No, okay. So for 100 gold, I'll let this go. And as an addendum, he holds up a small selection of jewels. There's one of just about any color you can think of. And when selected, they start hovering around you like a pet.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Guido, are you going to save her?
Nope. She's screwed.
Save her from what?
From spending way too much money on a skirt she doesn't need?
Oh. So I'm observing this. I would step in and make sure that she's spending her money wisely.
So this is not worth anywhere near 100 gold. This is probably worth... this is a decent enchantment, so... 5 gold?
So natural 19 on the D20.
Yeah, this is worth like 5 gold. Is how much the sash is actually worth. Now,
So it's a
actual markup...
29.
10.
Can you make it a scarf?
Ugh.
I know somebody who would be really pissed off.
Lassie, here, watch this. And he holds it up, and he'll just kind of deftly wraps it around your neck like a scarf. And if you want, we can change its color too. We do offer dyeing services, as I did tell your friend. So
Make it red?
I can make it very red, whatever shade of red you prefer, Lassie. And he's trying to actively push Guido out of the conversation here.
So 29 on my charisma.
Yeah,
check
which
to
is,
help her.
He
And
literally
I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay, so he literally cannot beat that charisma check. He can do 24 at most.
Good, because I rolled a 1.
So, some back and forth. He will charge you for the sash, for dyeing it.
Because I'm buying the sash.
But what about the gems, my dear lady? We've got quite
I rolled
a
an
few.
18 on my second one on the dice, so I'm going to be like, I really should.
Tell you what, Lassie, he's gonna hang on. What do I roll? Because he's gonna try to convince you. Woohoo!
Well,
Yes.
I rolled an 18,
Well, I rolled.
so that puts me at a 22.
Yes. Sort of. I actually rolled a 22 as well. Just occurred to me. He's gonna blow his action point.
He's going to blow an action point.
He now has
Get me to buy
a
gem.
26.
Okay.
You know, Lassie. What color's your eyes again? Golden? With flecks of silver or something like that?
Yeah.
He holds up one golden gem, and it's like gently snowing little flecks of silver that disappear a few inches below it.
Ooh.
I think this one would complement your eyes very nicely.
I now have little flecks of silver
Yeah.
with my flowy scarf and my tail.
Yep. And the wind is kind of catching some of the silver, too, so it's kind of flowing with the direction.
How much is he charging me for this damn thing?
Oh, not much, my lady, not much. 7,000 million. No. Those actually aren't worth that much. So he will charge you, because Guido helped talk him down. Guido's going to step in at this point and be like, no. He will charge you, let's say 20 gold for the bundle.
For the bundle?
Yeah.
He's going to charge me 5 gold for the scarf.
Well, 5 gold's what it's worth. He would never go that far down, though, because then he wouldn't make any money off of it.
I was going to say, he's going to charge me 5 gold for the scarf and then 15 gold for this little gem thing?
Look, Lassie, if you don't want it, and he still reaches out to grab it and pull it away. 20 gold, Lassie.
I'll take it.
Okay, good idea. You now have
How about 17? Because I don't want to do math.
17 gold. Well, tell you what. Just because you're gonna roll a charisma check on me right now to decide if he just goes for that. Ooh, I didn't roll that well.
I rolled a 14.
I did too.
Okay, roll off.
Roll off!
I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 10 that time, so.
Yes!
Very well, Lassie.
I should reset my lancets.
I'll let it go for 17.
Yay!
But I also need your no friend's soul. I have great use for it.
Oh, sure.
Excellent.
What are you going to do with the soul?
I'm rather peckish at the moment, if I'm being honest.
You're going to eat it?
That's what souls are good for, Lassie. I actually work for the Lich King.
Ours was wind to blow.
So, Snarg,
Air, and
Yes.
you're kind of hungry by now,
pet.
Okay.
because you've spent the last 5 hours tracking.
Okay.
You have been most thorough, I imagine.
Yes.
You are 100% convinced that you have not found a single mark, track, scent, or hint of him in anything that you have searched for. You are convinced that he is not anywhere in the parts of the town that you have access to.
Okay.
The parts of the town you do not have access to are 3 locales. 1, the Winter Haven, which is the fortified location that I was starting to talk about earlier, that he basically owns that neighborhood directly, and so it's where he and his family live. But when I say neighborhood, I'm talking like several city blocks. It's quite a large place. Second place, the main manufacturing plant for where they produce the Anchola. And third place, his mansion. And I totally didn't just look at the maps of these 3 places.
Okay.
I totally don't have maps that I'm staring at. There's no significance here.
So Snarg will come back around 6 to meet up with everyone.
First thing you notice is this golden flecking thing around her.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing you notice is Guido is really shiny right now with golden, like... what? What?
Do I want to be able to summon zombies or move fast?
Zombies.
Zombies it is.
Guido has this really nice armor, which is so shiny, it actually kind of... You have to do this for a second at first, as your eyes adjust to it, especially now that it's getting late. And, it's got this gold highlights, or did you want, like, the filigree? I forget what you wanted on that one. Okay.
Basically the filigree, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, gold
Embossing
filigree and embossment pulled into it. And for some reason, you look back at Abilene, and her fur is just...
What the blazes are you 2 wearing?
Also, Guido no longer smells bad. That's actually another aspect of the armor. It's got like an odor catcher.
He says, "Wait a minute," and he puts his ear to the ground, and he says, "Guido, you feel about 2,000 gold lighter."
Give or take.
Yeah.
That it did like.
So did you spend 5 hours clothes shopping?
Well, they got lunch too,
I
or
put
dinner.
up flyers.
They got dinner.
We did put up flyers, and I would have talked to the guy, the armor smith guy, about did he know anybody that was skilled in
I was just going to mention that as well.
boom boom.
Oh, okay.
You know, you guys seem fairly adept. Do you know anyone who would be able to, work on a mag lancer?
It's getting kind of late, though, right? It's getting late in the evening. There's this...
Is he ignoring us?
Who?
You.
Guido was asking the shopkeeper about, or the blacksmith.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize you were asking me that. I thought you were saying something to Snarg. That's why I'm just like... Well, I guess since Snarg's not saying anything, I'll just keep going. Wow! I'm sorry.
Well, sure, my good friend. Over in the main manufacturing plant.
Let me rewind a bit. What were you
I
asking
switch out
me
spells.
again?
So I was asking the shopkeeper. You guys seem fairly adept with armor and whatnot.
Oh yeah, we've
Do
got
you-
the history with it.
Do you know of anyone who would be able to do any repairs on a mag lancer?
I'm afraid not. Sorry, can't help you. Brother? No, I can't think of anything myself. Sorry.
And his other brother, Daryl?
He sign languages no.
No one's going to get that joke.
I got it!
Okay.
But you're right, none of my viewers are... They're not going to be like, huh? It'll just go right over their heads. I can't even think of the name of that show all of a sudden.
Newhart. No, that's the actor, Bob Newhart. Hart? No.
It's British, right? I'm thinking of the right one.
No,
No?
it's what's and his other brother Daryl. What's the name of the show? Just the Bob Newhart show, wasn't it? Yeah, it's just the Bob Newhart show.
Okay, I'm actually thinking of a different instance of what I believe is the same joke then. Because there was a British show where they had this thing where it's like, let's say, I'm Chesterfield, I'm Chesterfield. I don't know if it's the name Chesterfield. I'm Chesterfield, I'm Chesterfield too, I'm Chesterfield. Who are you? I'm Bob. Well, that's just going to get confusing. Can we call you Chesterfield?
That was probably Monty Python or something.
It was something like that. Anyways, so that's their answer. No, we have no idea. And no charisma, no charisma roll needed. They are telling the truth.
Okay. So,
All right. Well,
I ask if I can leave one of the flyers.
Oh, absolutely.
okay. Well, seeing now as how it's very late, perhaps your flowing and shiny selves should come along, and we'll go and get some grub.
There's a steakhouse.
You're the second person today who's offered me steak.
Look, I'm hungry. Okay, so they have filet mignon with asparagus wrapped in bacon on a bed of tomatoes, beans, and mushrooms, which themselves have been cooked with the steak.
You better say grilled with the steak.
Grilled with the steak. They've got grilled steak with a glaze of light Parmesan mixed with what looks like oregano. I'm just going off of pictures here. With oregano and looks like garlic. Yeah, garlic cloves decorating it. That's not that fancy. What else we got? Oh, here we go. This is perfect. They've got a steak platter, which has a thick outer glaze, which has been seared into it of anchola mixed with a variety of things. Like they've got different options for there. But, it's an anchola-based, not syrup. I guess glaze is the term that's been seared into it. It's very good. It's very popular with the locals. And then, of course, for the little one, which is to say Abilene, they've got a little bit of filet mignon on a bed of spring greens, which itself is sitting in a bowl of very nice mashed potatoes, which has a light raspberry gravy going through it.
Compote.
Yeah.
Compote, yeah.
All right. So Starg looks at the menu and says, "Someone's gonna have to order for me. I can't read Dwarvish."
Well, I can't read it, but apparently I can write it.
Looks like Old English.
It's weird. Or weird, excuse me.
No. It just looks to something he can actually recognize the name of, and like that looks pretty good.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so this, I'm just going to link you this. This is what you end up getting, Starg. There you go.
Okay.
You end up procuring that. It's a little bigger than it looks. It's just
Okay.
meat with flavorings.
With tomatoes.
And tomatoes. That's all it is.
Right.
I mean, it's really nice
They
meat.
bake something into it. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something in there. I'm not sure what, though. Maybe it'll actually tell me the recipe.
That's a little too well done.
It's not going to tell me the recipe. Ah, well.
It's steak meatloaf.
Steak. Baked bean, steak, and steak.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get steak instead of the...
That is actually roasted steak, which has been soaked in tomato sauce. Apparently, is what that is.
I thought you were going to say some alcohol. I was like, tomato sauce? All right.
Yeah.
The baked beans are actually it's like 3 baked beans to every hunk of steak about that size.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that seems to be recognizable, so we'll get that since it has meat in the title.
Your meal arrives.
Mm-hmm.
There's a letter sticking to the underside of one of the plates.
Okay. Which plate?
Whose plate?
Where's my D4s? I can never get my D4s when I need them. There.
If it's 4, it's nobody's plate.
It is, in fact, the appetizer plate.
Okay. It's like, oh, gift card. Take it off and look at it.
Okay. You take it off, you look at it.
Yep.
It's a...
I can't read Dwarven.
It's... I bet Abilene can read Dwarven. Does she have Dwarf as one of her languages?
No.
I don't know. Would it be perhaps written in Orc?
It's not written in Orc.
Or Serpent?
Actually,
Or Skittish.
it's actually written in Lugian.
I can read that.
This is just an engineering diagram. Here, you take this, you know.
What it says, Guido, in between
Got
mouthfuls.
advantage on engineering rolls.
There you go. Aha! What it says is you are cordially invited to a full-length tour at the Anchola Cola Camp.
We are going to the Coke Museum. Yeah!
For you, +1.
Oh.
But it came on the appetizer plate. So whose
Yep.
is it?
Who ordered the appetizer? It's probably for Guido since it's in Lugian. Let's just say that now. So, not that I would at least know what it says.
That's a good point. Guido, are you going to share what it says with the party?
I can read Lugian.
Yeah, but he didn't show it to you yet. So
Well, given my, whatever that word is, for sitting on his shoulder.
Penchant.
Yes. I'm glad you knew the word, that even though I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, but would you really be sitting on my shoulder at dinner when we're eating a meal?
I have enough room.
It's not like the food is getting anything on your armor. It just slides right off.
True, but
The bug repellent, though, it'd like go crazy when you're just sitting there.
Oh, by the
it's a
way,
little rude.
really quick, Snarg,
Yeah.
you feel a lot less itchy than you did for the last day for some reason. You're not sure why.
It's probably the difference in climate.
Probably.
I've been forcibly given a bath more often than that. I mean, come on.
That's true. Oh, there's a woman walks over to the table.
Go away. No, just kidding.
She's the waitress.
No, she's not the waitress. She's one of the other people, and she says, "Excuse me,
No,
Mr.
she's a waitress.
Okay, fine.
I know this. This is a fancy restaurant.
So the woman leans in and says, "Mr. Knoll, I'm terribly sorry. Would you like a complimentary bath with your dinner?"
What are the chances that you have a bite of food in your mouth when she asks?
100%.
We'll swallow the food, look over here, look over politely and say, no.
That doesn't sound polite. That sounds, I will murder you if you don't go away. Okay.
And then he whispers, do I smell?
Well, yeah.
You have spent the last 5 hours meticulously covering every square inch of this city, with the exception of 3 locations.
It smells fine to him. It smells like the city now. It's perfect camouflage.
I may have to ask you to leave if you do not take us up on our offer, Sir Knoll. I'm terribly sorry.
He gets one of the complimentary napkins and wipes his hands off and says, all right.
Done! Bath time done.
So I just stared deep into her eyes, and I wonder why in the world the restaurant is offering a complimentary bath.
Well,
Whether or not she actually wants me to do something else.
No, she's not flirting with you.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, and she's also not trying to... She's on the level. So I didn't
Okay.
actually get to this point yet. This is a combination spa house, bathhouse.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense then. Because
Restaurant,
I'm thinking just some fancy restaurant is offering to give someone a bath.
No. What do they call it when they sit and they put the mud mask on and the cucumbers and you get a
Overpriced.
pedicure? Yeah, it's an overpriced place.
Hoity-toity.
So Snark says yes.
Okay.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. If you do, you're going to be gone for the next several hours as they treat you to everything. Like, first is the bath, but then it's like, okay, they start sharpening. You know, they give you the full pedicure, and then they
trim
Actually, you know what?
Yep,
and
trim
crimp it.
Yep.
As much as he hates to do this, it would be a good place to gather information.
Aha, okay. So you're going to go... There's plenty of other people getting the treatment right now, obviously. Is Guido or Abilene going to avail themselves of the facilities as well?
Well, they aren't complimentary to us,
No, they're not.
so I'm gonna eat Snarg's steak.
What do you mean? I get in a doggy bag.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a noli bag?
Yeah, nolly bag.
Oh, my God. Yes, he gets a noli bag.
How much is the treatment? If it's not complimentary?
How much is it like a spa thing in real life?
Several $100s for the whole.
We'll say 9 gold.
I'm going to flag over one of the waitresses.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
How much for the treatment for my friend?
For Abilene?
Yeah.
9 gold, sir.
She's very small.
Of course, we have to take extra care for her.
What do you get for half the treatment?
Half of your body done?
Would you prefer upper half or lower half, sir? We can also do it left or right, if you prefer. Half the treatment, I suppose we could give her time in the mud bath?
You said it was 9 gold?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll slide 9 gold over. Please, take care of my friend.
Excellent, of course. And she's a elven woman, so she picks Abilene up professionally. Like,
I don't want a bath.
it's okay.
Do you need some gold?
Come.
Well, you had a platinum. Wait, screw you.
Yes, he literally has a lot of money. It's just
Like, I just have a platinum sitting around. Whatever.
fungible currency is Guido's problem right now. So, Abilene, you are escorted away in like a nice. Oh, sorry.
I was muted. I was just saying I had 1900. Now I'm down to 52.
Oh, yeah. So you get like this little carrying chair that's very comfy. Like a little couch, and they just start carrying you off. They give you one of those scalp massages while they're giving you the bath. They did this to Snarg, too. While you're there, both of you can gather information checks if you want to.
Yes.
I suck at gathering information.
And
So
also-
I'm like, hey, Snarg!
I'll
Hey,
be on the
Snarg!
lookout just in case.
This lady's grandson is 4.
Make sure you see all of her pictures.
Okay.
Snarg, what'd you get?
I got
I got a 10, by the way.
I got a 7.
You do have action points, and it's near the end of the day. I'm just reminding you of that fact.
Action points
Sure.
won't let me.
Let's see if I can. So 7 becomes a 12.
Okay. Now, I'm actually going to give you advantage on this, because she's distracting the busybodies.
Okay. Same number.
Really?
I rolled 2 twice in a row.
Oh my god! Okay.
Wait, actually, hey, if it has to do with my mark, I add 4 to that. So
It does not.
okay.
Yeah, they're in there gossiping. Oh, did you hear that one war criminal's just taken? I mean, there is gossip about him because that news is buzzing around town, but it's pure gossip, right? It's like, oh my god, I can't believe anyone would try to sell weapons in a war. It's just so wrong. Like, you know what? I can't believe he would be in our town. Have you heard about that, senor? Are you here to take care of the bad man?
Ladies, I just want to spend some time alone with my cucumbers.
He's like eating a cucumber.
Yeah, he just...
Phrasing.
I'm picturing periodically they've already gotten to the habit in the first
Where are
few
you
minutes
going?
of coming by with fresh cucumber slices because Snark keeps eating them.
Mm-hmm.
So every time they eat something, they go. And Snarg has never had this type of treatment before, right?
No.
So he thinks he's
So
supposed
he
to be
he
eating
thinks
cucumbers.
these are snacks that
He's
they're
like, "Oh,
just being
thanks."
served in a weird way. Nom, nom. Could you salt the next ones?
Eventually, they'll probably get sick of eating cucumbers. But it's like, that's okay. I don't need any more. Just placed them on the side.
Oh no, they go right here, sir. Put them back in your eyes.
But now I can't see.
You're not supposed to see. You're
That's
supposed to
why
be
we should've done the
relaxing,
quest up there
sir.
first.
Just relax, sir. Your full body masseuse is coming in shortly.
It's the what now?
A full-sized Lugian stomps into the room.
Oh, I found the Arc of Light.
I can't do thick German. Just pretend thick German accent. Oi! I will be helping you now.
I'm taking more Drago. I will break you.
Yeah, there you go.
So like, Snarg looks over and the Lugian is massaging Adeline.
Yeah, with like one finger. He's doing a really good job of it, though. He's quite a professional.
Yeah, he's like,
No, I've got a better idea for you. They bring over a couple. They do the turtle treatment. Have you heard of the turtle treatment?
No.
You get live turtles. This is a real thing in real life. I don't know why. They get live turtles, and they pretty much push them up against the person's back, and the turtles go, "This is horrible," and that actually functions as the massage. I don't know.
What?
So,
Where do you hear about these things?
so they're doing this. This was back in California. This was many years ago.
That cannot be real. I'm looking it up right now.
So they're putting the turtles on Abeline's back. Except turtles aren't that loud, so. Guido, while you're up there finishing off your meal, nom. What?
Well, I haven't found it, but I found how to massage your turtle. There's a tutorial on it.
Okay. An orc walks. An orc gentleman with jet red hair. Now I don't remember. Were you a fan of the Arc of Light previous to this, like Aveline was?
No.
Okay, so it's just an orc then. Totally not a member of the Arc of the Light. Who walks over with flaming red hair and says, "Excuse me, are you Guido of Granitholm?"
Indeed, I am the same.
I've heard. I should do my Garrosh voice. Hang on. The Spires of Orgrimmar. There we go. Okay. Got to say the Spires of Orgrimmar. That's how I get into that voice. Damn it, I've lost it now. I've lost my orc accent. Whatever. I've heard a great many things about you. I'm quite a bit of a fan of the way you've dealt with many of your foes, crushing them beneath you as if they were mere peasants and pebbles to be crushed by you that is crushing them. Hi, how are you?
You sound like Drake or Drac.
I don't know who Drac is.
Whatever the guy, the tattooy guy, the blue tattooy guy.
Drax.
Guardians. Drax.
Tracks.
Oh, Drax!
I was a D.
Drax, gotcha.
Well, I appreciate the your enthusiasm. Would you care to join me?
Oh, I would love to. Do you mind?
No. Please.
He sits down and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, I would like..." And he orders something. We'll say... So they do this thing... I'm just making this up now. They do this thing where they take a steak, right? And they fold it up around a ball of bacon. And then they...
So you take a steak, you butterfly it, and then you put the bacon in it.
There we go. Perfect. And that's it. That's the meal. It also comes with bacon as a side, and it can be layered with bacon as well. He gets that.
Okay.
He offers you some to try it if you want to.
As soon as he orders that, I'm going to order some myself.
Okay. Oh, I recommend this. It's so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is one of my favorite restaurants to go to. One of the things I love most about traveling so much is you get to try so much good food. Oh, favorite part of the job. I actually got into adventuring just to try different foods. Could you believe that? Back when the Adventuring Guild was still a thing.
If you get an opportunity, I recommend travel with an Olthoi.
An Olthoi? Why for?
They're the best cooks.
Oh, I've got to try Olthoi food now. That'll be my next stop. I'll make sure we go northeast just so I can try some Olthoi food.
How many
That sounds so
Olthoi
good.
have you known, Guido?
One.
What? Well, that's not true. You knew of a second one on the Maiden's Deceit.
Knew of.
I don't think she ever interacted with you at all. But anyways, okay. So you chat back and forth for a bit, and
Is there a cost associated with that?
shrug.
Okay.
What I'd like you to do is roll charisma for me.
Okay. Wow. Oh. Wow.
Was this a good wow or a bad
Yeah.
wow?
No, this is a good wow. So that's a natural 19 plus 12 plus 4 plus 5.
I can't math that quickly.
8, 30, 40.
Yeah. Okay. This guy really likes you. He is very much taken to you, and he's just.
He probably bought you your food.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, he actually decides to pony up for your meal just because he likes your company.
I was going to offer to do that to him.
Well, tough.
He beat you to it.
He got
He
there
pulled-
first. He
He
pulled a
the
Gary.
brother and took the check as soon as the food got there.
Yes, that's exactly what he did.
Well, then I'm going to buy him some ogre brew.
Oh, I love Ogre Bro. And glug, glug, glug. As you start bonding and talking about it, you of course find out what you, the player, have already figured out, that he is actually a member of the Ark of Light. And that he is specifically contracted on special mission to come here on behalf of the Order. He's a little bit upset himself. The reason he's here in the tavern hanging out is because he's bored. He, specifically, has nothing to do. He's not a tracker. So he can't help find anyone or anything. And he happened to notice someone who had the clear air of an adventurer, you, and just like beeline. Was like, oh my god, someone I can
to
talk.
talk to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm freaking, this city is terrible. It's just a bunch of craftsmen and people, nobody around it. So he starts talking shop with you, adventuring talk, basically.
Sure.
And during the course of that, you learn a little bit about some of his exploits. You even hear about this one incident where he was back in the show territories fighting this drug ring, which should sound familiar.
Fighting what?
A drug ring,
Oh.
because you guys were involved with that too. The exact same ring, actually.
Right. And this is in character. Oh, right. The lay slice.
Ah, that's right. You've heard of it then. Oh, it was a terrible
Oh, we were
business.
there.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Huh?
Wasn't it artificial?
Yeah, that's what they found out in the end. It was actually fake lay slice, which just made the whole thing even more embarrassing. Because the punishment is still exact the same. Whether it's fake lay slice or real lay slice, they're still trying to circumvent to sell drugs. And just upset the whole system. Why would anyone... And he actually says it's like at full volume. He's lost volume control at this point, by the way. Why would anyone actually do drugs? That's stupid. You're stupid. Ugh. Random person. Just literally.
What was that mage in the arena?
Which one?
The one that
Relin.
started
He
me.
defeat.
Relin, right.
Oh, yes, Relin.
I'm going to drop that little gem of knowledge on him.
You kidding me? The champion was doing lay slice. Again, full volume. Oh my god.
I was there. I was there when the new champion Snarg Wildpaw beat him.
Snarg? I don't think I've heard of that name, but sounds like a knoll. Sounds like a good knoll. I like that knoll already. Taking down filthy lay slice dealers. How would anyone do that? How would anyone do that? Oh, ruining your life. Like he's kind of emotionally falling. Yeah. He can't handle his ogre brew that well. Right about at this point in time, Snarg, you feel amazing right now. Like you've gone through the full treatment.
Anything.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like super. I mean if you want to, that's up to you.
No.
But I mean is you are super relaxed. Like after the tense day and the stress and sneaking around on all fours for like hours on end, you were just you're ready for bed. You're great.
All right.
Abilene, you are asleep on his shoulder.
Okay, well, I need to go back and meet up with Guido so we know where
No,
we're
no,
actually...
no, 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 no. I'm not asleep on it. I fell asleep on it. So I just walked over while he was getting his massage and started doing like the cat preening thing. He didn't notice, and so now I'm asleep on his back and he's stuck laying on his stomach.
Well, I can't walk on all fours.
That's true.
Yeah, you probably went to get up and somebody was like, Sir Noel? Shh.
And she's like curled up with her tail, like.
But my
It's
scarf
fine,
is
I'll
still
just-
on, so the tail is like...
Yes, so the whoosh. Snarg,
So,
you.
Snarg, you feel Sasha smacking you in the back?
That's fine. I'll just walk on all fours. It's cool. I've done that before.
So you leave the area. You go back up. Guido's hanging out with some weird orc that Abilene's unconscious, so she doesn't recognize.
Yeah. All right. Hey, who's your new friend?
Ah, fellow Noel, fellow adventurer. I can see just by the look of you. Oh, how was the
Fellow
spa
Noel.
treatment?
Surprisingly not infuriating.
Oh, I should try it myself. I'm so bored. There's nothing to do in this town.
What are you in town for?
Well, I'm looking for this bastard. Some war criminal guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Freaking, can you imagine the
I
idea?
get Guido look like, where do you find these people?
So I'm sure that at some point in the early conversation I would have gotten the guy's name.
Yeah.
But
Hyzon.
you weren't a fanboy, so you might not know he was
No,
in
I
the-
wouldn't recognize it. No.
Yeah,
but I would have gotten the name.
Hyzon of Bone Chewer at your service.
Right. So when Snarg approaches, I would say, this is
Heisenberg.
new friend of mine, Heisenberg or whatever.
Hyzan of Bone Chewer.
Heisenberg who hates drugs.
Yep. It makes sense to me.
This is, wait a minute. I need to sniff him.
Okay. What do you-
Because I heard because the information I got about the Ark of Light was that one of the members was an orc who was a geomancer.
Uh-huh.
Does he smell like a geomancer?
Geomancer
Does he
smell?
smell like a
Yes.
geomancer?
Basically, he's a geomancer senses.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, you're just holding down right click. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's all the red outline just shows up all over him.
Uh-huh. Wait, what? Is he fire affinity?
No, he is a geomancer.
Okay.
Although he does have flaming red hair,
Hmm.
which is actually pretty unusual for an orc.
Okay. Well, straight up tell him it's rare to meet another geomancer.
You are a geomancer. He's super drunk.
Yeah. That's fine.
And he's like,
He's drinking with panache.
put it there.
I think you should sit down. Don't bother getting up.
Here, watch this trick. I can tell things just by looking at them. They all glow red. It's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a trick I invented, I think.
Just now after you had that drink?
Yeah, just now. Just right now. It's the best. Thunk! He's out.
Well, I was going to ask him where would be a good place to stay, but I don't suppose you found out anything, Guido.
I'm sure we were talking about a lot of different things. Yeah, we wouldn't have really probably talked about where they were staying, though.
Probably not. I was going to let you decide. That's why I was just saying silent.
Yeah, no, that's
What?
low priority. No, I'm
Okay.
going fast.
I'll ask the waiter if they know where this guest is staying.
May I recommend to your sir that you stay at the Simple City for Theater. It's very nice. This is a dwarf, by the way, saying this.
Do you stay there?
I do not stay there myself.
Okay, we'll stay there.
Wait, no, come back! Why do you leave me, sir?
All right, I'll
very
throw.
nice.
I'll throw Heizen a bone shoe over my shoulder so he at least gets out of here.
Okay. So you've got Abilene on one shoulder.
Oh yeah,
Heisen
that's
on
right.
the
I've still
other.
got. Yeah, sure.
I'm sure he could have moved me off
This
of
is-
his shoulder and onto Guido's shoulder.
This is the
probably
drunk
wouldn't
bus
have
right here.
No. I'm going to leave Abilene on Snarg's shoulder, and I'll take Heisen.
Okay. So you head to the. I actually was just saying nonsense.
I don't even know what he said, so
This is right down the street.
I can't understand Robin. Sorry, sir.
It's I just need you to give me the directions that
Someone help this man. He's having a seizure.
Okay, so you arrive at the inn, you sleep. The end.
Yay!
You die.
Yay!
You wake on the 7th, not the 27th. Sorry. Heisen is gone. That tour is for today.
What time?
10 minutes from now.
Great. Okay, sure. Well, I have a little bit of info I can impart to Guido and Abilene on the way. So I checked out most of the town that I can get into over the course of this afternoon. And I can think most assuredly that... I'm sorry.
Sorry.
And think most assuredly that this individual we're looking for is not in the public parts. So he's either in Winterhaven, main manufacturing area, or the mansion. And one of those, or actually more than one of them, requires admittance by the higher up. But apparently we got an invitation for the Coke Museum, so...
Well, who would
if you
be
really-
more useful to come with?
Well,
I am super useful right now. I mean, I haven't been rolling ones every other roll.
Well, that means
I
they're
was
all
meaning
gone,
more
right?
in character, not dice rolls.
well, I can keep looking around and try and gain admittance. What in the world is that?
It's a
What?
bean.
Oh,
Oh, God. That's just suddenly...
it's the Void Bean.
Yes.
So I can keep looking around some more if you want to look at this. What was it, the enchilada that they ship out of here? Inchala? Whatever it's called.
Inshallah.
And Chola, actually.
Inchola. And maybe you'll just happen to run into more Arc of Light people, Guido. Who knows? Lugian's got to be around here somewhere. He can't... It's not easy to hide when you're a Lugian.
That's
Wait a
true.
minute, more Arc of Light people?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean?
What do you mean more Arc of Light people?
Abilene, they're talking about the Arc of Light.
Well, it's headed up by Syracuse Sclavi, who's known for having red scales. There's a Mosswort, who's a black mage. There's a Lugian, who's a gladiator. And apparently we met their white mage and geomancer, which is Heisen. Well, I'm assuming that's him, because he says he's looking for the same person, and he's an orc, and he's a geomancer. So that's three things that fit.
He was
Yeah.
Arc of Light?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Abilene?
You met somebody from the Arc of Light?
Yeah, you
When
were
did
asleep.
this happen?
You were asleep.
Why didn't you wake me up?
Because you were asleep.
Shit, so I just leapt off of, because I'm super attached to Guido, right? So I just leapt off of Guido's shoulder and pounced on Snarg's head. Now I'm smacking him in the head. Why didn't you wake me up? You ass! You
He was
big
asleep
baby!
too.
You shouldn't have woke me up. I don't care. I could have got his handprint. I
Wait.
don't know.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. I had dinner with him.
He bought you dinner. I just leaped back over to Guido.
Hey, I got an idea. I bet he's going to be at the Coke Museum.
I'm going to the Coke Museum. Bye.
Well, but you don't have a tick.
There you go. There's your +1.
So apparently, Apparently, Abilene going with me. Very well.
So, real quick, Snarg, what are you going to be doing while they're doing the tour?
Well, believe it or not, I've actually done something like this before. No, I'm not going to jump walls and sneak into places. This
Oh,
time.
okay. You can. I mean, I actually figured that was one of your options. Was just sneak in
Yeah.
with them.
But which one do I think would be the easiest to gain admittance to out of those three? Probably not the mansion, I'm assuming.
No. I'd say the other two are tied.
Okay.
The facility and the Winter Haven, the city area, which happens to include the mansion, but obviously just getting into the section of the city is going to be relatively easy.
Okay. So I'll try to gain admittance into the section of the city and continue my tracking run.
Okay. Roll dex.
Dex. Okay.
Stealth.
I gotta level up.
I'm like, well, hang on. I'm not using this dice again. Just two in a row. All right. Here we go.
I just rolled all over myself while yawning.
Guido and
That's a-
Abilene, I need some awareness rolls from you, by the way.
It
Let's say
is-
3 total
Can I
awareness
get
rolls.
advantage because I am hungry
3
looking everywhere
separate
for those
rolls.
dice. I have
You can
three
think of them
separate
like
rolls.
advantage. I got the 20 total.
20 total. All right.
Working.
Uh,
Am I muted?
no.
Okay.
You were complaining about drool being on yourself. Now,
Yeah.
so
Um,
that's super gross.
First roll is a 14.
Okay. You see nothing, except for lots of merchandise relating to Anchola. We here at Anchola Core believe that the best drinks come from love. I don't know.
The secret family recipe.
Yes. There's
24, by the way.
24. Guido, you notice that the place you're being taken through. I don't need to do that. You notice that as you're being taken through, it's clear that you're looking at surface level stuff. That there's no way in hell that this is actually the real production facility, which makes a bit of sense. However, you are also aware that I was going to tell you regardless, that this is one of the places that Snarg couldn't get into without special admittance and is fairly well defended. Leading to the question, why defend a place that, as you're looking at, this is just tourist fluff? So now the second roll.
Wait, we need another awareness?
Yeah, you're moving on in
Okay,
the tour.
okay.
Inside the circle.
That was the basic roll. That's the lowest DC. Second one's the middle one. Snarg, you sneak in. You are pretty sure you are not spotted. Nobody goes, "Hey, stop!" You are looking at Okay, so it's kind of sectioned off into two areas. The northern area is primarily the mansion and some adjacent quarters. The southern area has a lot of stuff in it. There's a lot of buildings there. Just at a glance, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rather large-looking buildings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 much smaller buildings, like house-sized. And several city streets kind of going crisscrossing through it. And a very large park. Excuse me, kind of in the middle. There's some kids playing there right now.
Aha!
There are also soldiers just kind of patrolling. This is the only place you've seen that in the whole of Starryham.
Okay. Right. So, well, I mean, he's trying to be thorough, so this is going to be fairly systematic tracking.
Okay. So I'm going to need a tracking roll and a stealth roll combined, let's say 3 times.
Okay.
Now, while he's doing that, Abilene, what's your second roll?
26, by the way.
Okay, his is 26.
Bad.
Abilene's is terrible. So, Guido,
It's a 6 total.
Abilene, when they say to go further like follow the white line to go forward, you start following the yellow line for a bit.
This way, this way, this way.
Guido, you start to notice, based on the layout of the place, that it looks like you're only going through what seems like to be half the facility in terms of structure. And as you're looking at it, from having seen it from outside and inside, you're pretty sure you have a good idea of where you'd have to go to get to the parts they're not going to take you to. Of which there are 3, actually. So I'm going to try and describe this, okay? You enter the north end. You kind of come through, and there's a whole stuff. You're just going back and forth through. And then you kind of do a circle around a observation area, and then you head back up north, and that's your path. There's also a fairly large chunk of building on both the east end and the west end that you're completely not touching, and you don't even technically see on the course of the tour. And then there's also quite a few areas that look like they lead down.
So, engineering,
Mm-hmm.
23.
Okay.
What should be here that isn't?
Just about everything related to actually making the product. Now, that's not too much of a surprise, but you'll also notice, because, trade secret, right? They don't want it out in open. But you also notice they don't have any, like they have packing, not packing, it's the wrong term, bottling, I guess, facilities, but nowhere near enough. Like, you're looking at something that you look like, that's not a bottling line. That's only going to bottle, an extremely small amount of bottles every so often. They need to have way more than that to produce how much they should be able to do. So the bottling facilities aren't present. The actual manufacturing facilities aren't present. And there's nowhere here for shipping to come and go.
Okay. I'm holding that.
Okay. Snark.
All right. Well, I rolled 2 more 2s. You want to guess where they are? All right.
I finally got a good roll on mine, by the way.
Yeah.
So for the first stealth roll, I used an action point. The first tracking roll is a 20.
Okay.
And the first stealth roll is an 11.
Oh, you got lucky. So, tracking your way around, nothing.
The second one, I actually got a nat 20 in my tracking, which makes it a 27.
Okay.
And then a 20 on the stealth.
You're still good. Nothing here.
And then the third one, got
This
a
is-
25 on my tracking.
This is around the mansion itself, by the way. The third one.
Okay. And here it comes, an 8 on the stealth.
Stop, evildoer!
I'll pay the fine.
You should have paid the fine! Come. Yeah, they totally spot you. However, since you do track before that, as they're spotting you, you can tell that there's no sign of him anywhere outside the mansion whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
You do smell a Lugian, however. Like a full-size Lugian.
Oh, coming from the mansion type?
Coming from within the mansion, yes. Then the guards see you,
Okay.
and they charge you with weapons. And say, hey, stop! Who are you? What are you doing around here?
Hello, my name is Snarg, the Wild Paw. How are you? I'll reach out a hand for him.
Super confusion.
Well, they asked me who I was.
Where's your
Wait.
permit?
Permit?
You're not allowed. This is restricted area. I'm gonna have to escort you out. And there's like 8 of them. They all start escorting you out towards the exit.
Oh, all right.
They go out through the gate, which has people, and they're like, "Did you see this person enter the premises?" "No, sir, we didn't." "How did you get into these premises, sir?"
I walked in.
"Where?"
Quiet, Pat. Over there. Say, how do you get a permit?
Well, you'll have to have some,
Sort of charisma roll to.
yeah, basically, what she just said.
Oh, be quiet, random person in the crowd.
So, I can just picture one of the guards just reach, "You need a charisma roll."
You need any crisp, Olav? All right. Here you go. Let's try it. Hey, 23.
Oh, wow, you beat me. Well, I'm afraid to get a proper permit, you're going to need to have to do business with the family's name. I just forgot their name of. Hang on, I wrote it down. The Ivanires. You're going to need to have... You have to be here on Ivanire business. So you have to get in contact with one of them.
How would one go about doing that?
Well, most of them live in the city block here area, but one of them tends to hang out at this location. Insert address here.
Oh, okay. Well, I can certainly go and check on that particular individual for a permit.
And make sure you have a permit next time.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you guys like play fast and loose in the north, but we like to follow regulations and procedures and protocols here, sir.
And he says, all right, I got it. And he clasps him on his shoulder and says, don't worry, I won't tell him that I was in there.
Get out of my sight, not filthy Knoll.
I took a bath yesterday.
Very well.
That's his response to, like, in character, not filthy, I took a bath yesterday.
Yep.
Okay. So,
right.
Real quick, hang on. Guido and Abilene, you're now at the third part of the tour for a check.
I rolled well.
What'd you get?
I got a, 14 and 6s. I got a 20.
Okay.
22.
22. Both of you do really well. So, for the first time, Abilene, you see something other than Anchola ads and tourism stuff and tour stuff. You both notice, as you're kind of on your way out of the facility, you both notice that there's an unusual individual just kind of hanging out near one of the doors. And they're looking at the tour crowd, but they're being circumspect about it. You know, they're fairly professional about it, but they're clearly watching the crowd, trying to see if anything's untoward or whatever going on. This individual also happens to be a familiar face to you, Guido. And Abilene, you'd probably recognize him too, because he's an orc with flaming red hair.
We'll run over.
Oh my god. Ma'am, no, you're not supposed to go over there. Stay on the tour, ma'am. Stay with the tour group.
But, no!
Keep your goggles on, ma'am.
Abilene, wait till the end of the tour.
No!
He sees this might charge him and goes, whoa, and pulls out his weapon like, huh? But he's more confused, and he's just like ready to defend himself at a moment's notice.
Leap!
Ow!
Oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan! I stopped hugging his face.
Hello?
Hi! I'm Abilene.
Oh, I've heard of you. You're a freelancer.
Yes, and you're... I forgot his name.
Hyzen of Bone Chewer.
You're Hyzen of Bone Chewer of the...
Arc of Light.
Arc of Light.
My sister's the worst, guys. She is the worst.
Biggest fan.
Yes, the biggest. I mean, you think I'm bad about remembering names? Good God.
Really bad about remembering names.
So he's like, oh my God. So he just starts shop talking with you. He's like, oh, then he immediately stops. Look, I'm sorry. I'm actually on business right now. I can't really talk.
It's okay.
So you should get back to your you're taking a tour on business? Oh, never mind. It's probably some adventuring thing. I don't want to. If you're planning a heist,
it's an order thing.
If you're planning for a heist, you probably shouldn't rob these people. They're good folk. Anyways, so you go ahead and have fun. Don't worry. I'll pretend I didn't see you steal whatever it is you're here to steal. Yes, run along, little mite. Always good to be found.
You wouldn't happen to be able to get us an invite to the... What's his name?
To the what's his name?
I don't
to
actually...
the Stormpike estate, would you?
Oh! No, I'm afraid that's out. I don't even know where I would start with that.
Well,
I can't even go in there myself. So you end the tour. Snarg is there waiting for you.
Hi. How was it? Did you learn about the wonders of carbonated beverages?
He's kind of a prick.
Who?
He said I was going to steal stuff.
The tour told you that you were going to steal stuff?
I'm going to pass on the information I got about the architecture and whatnot.
Okay.
Oh. Interesting. Well, I spent most of the time looking around the Winter Haven before I got kicked out. I did find the Trail of the Lugian. It's actually up near the mansion.
We found the Lugian.
Yeah.
Can you be
But,
any more specific?
Well, unfortunately not. That's about the time I got kicked out. But I did find the actual official way to get in there. There is a member of the Invenar family outside of their little district that is publicly available. We wish to follow up with that individual. How late in the day is it right now?
We'll say it's like 10 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Didn't take long. Okay. So, seems like there's a lot of stuff going on around the mansion. And sorry, Guido, do you mind refreshing me on the more specifics of the stuff that you found out?
So there's no way that this facility is bottling, shipping, or manufacturing in the areas that they're saying they are.
Well, you got all of the records. Are they actually shipping out less than they say they actually are?
No.
So they don't. So let me get this straight. So they say they're shipping out this much, but there's no way they could actually be making this much. And the records, they've actually inked down that they are shipping out that much, the exaggerated amount.
Well, the tour shows us their manufacturing facility.
Uh-huh.
Their manufacturing facility cannot manufacture the product. So there's something else going on.
Okay. And he said that the place that the main manufacturing plant area, which I'm assuming is the same one that is mentioned in those three places that they went by, was pretty heavily defended.
Yeah, it's guarded more than it should be.
Yeah.
Let me see. Well, the first thing that I would do is actually go and see this Invenar person to actually get some permits so we can wander around these more restricted areas and not get accosted by guards if we roll terribly on the dice. Did you say you met Mr. Bone Shearer there? What was he doing?
Abilene.
Yeah. This is a question directed at Abilene.
Being a dick.
He wasn't. He was really nice to you.
He said I was stealing stuff.
He said it was okay if you were stealing stuff. You just shouldn't.
What were you doing that made him think you were stealing stuff?
I'm an adventurer.
So is he.
Mm-hmm.
Well, adventurers do two things in facilities: defend them or rob them. And he was defending it. So, I mean, if you think about it, logically.
All right. Well, let's go see this guy outside before lunchtime.
It would be Baranio.
Oranio.
Baranio is out. He's kind of fat for a dwarf, which is kind of unusual. And he's actually outside in like this lounge chair eating a 3-course meal.
By the way, Guido, this would be the guy you want to talk to if you're going to be doing business with.
Wait, who?
Baranio of Invenar. He can get us permits to the inner portions of the city, and the reason he does that is if you're making deals with the family.
Yeah.
So this would be the guy to talk to about your little kickback, your plans.
Now, he has like a form of people who can just visit with him, and so you can just queue up in the line if you want.
Assuming it's not going to take forever.
Like 30 minutes, maybe.
Okay, that's not too bad. They just sit down with him as he's eating.
Yeah, basically. He's enjoying lunch, and brunch, and breakfast, and second breakfast. So...
Actually, if you two want to talk to him, I can do a quick scout around the area just to make sure there's no... because they seem to just be popping up Arc of Light people around here.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do your search. I'll need that roll.
Is perception or tracking?
Let's do perception, because you're not really, like, tracking anyone right now.
Okay. And none of them are my favorite enemies. Curses. All right. That's a 13.
So, while he's going off looking, what can I do for you?
So, before we get in line, I wanted to see if there was a way to be expedited to the front of the line.
You could try to bribe the people in front of you.
The people or the...
The people. Specifically the people in line. There's not like a...
Okay, how many people ahead of me?
12.
Okay. I will start by offering each a gold.
Okay. 10 of them will accept that offer.
Okay.
20 gold flies out the window. Or, excuse me, 10 gold. 10 gold.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wow, I am really tired. 10 gold flies out the window. The remaining 2 speed it up considerably, because you only got 2 people instead of 12. Now you're meeting him. He says, "Hello, a very tall man and a very short woman. I'm so sorry, your love life must be terrible." Ugh. He takes another bite.
Your poor wife.
Well,
I think my sister isn't actually paying attention right now.
so
I think my sister is actually muted too. That also
She was
explain.
muted. She was paying attention. She's not particularly. She'll roll her eyes at the comment, but she's not gonna.
So what can the family of Avenor be doing for you?
I believe it's more, what can Aesir shipping do for you?
Now he's heard lines like that regular 50 times a day, so he doesn't even react. He just keeps eating his lunch.
I was hoping the name drop would
Nope.
at least get his attention a little bit, but
Nope.
okay. So my intention is to assume the shipping duties from whatever organization is currently,
Probably ATS.
from ATS. And in doing so, I would be willing to provide insert X amount of kickback.
Yeah. Now that starts to get his attention a little bit. It's like, are you saying to the family or to me?
So Abilene had told us about the people that were trying to assume power, right?
Yeah.
How does this guy fit into that?
He is one of the 3.
He is one of the 3 that is trying to assume power.
He is
Okay.
stupid enough to do it, yes. is how I think I phrased that.
Okay. The money flows through you. So if you choose to skim off the top, who would be what? The Ivanar family would be none the wiser.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a charisma roll. On top of that.
31.
I think I've been saying what you're saying, but I think I could be amenable to that. What exactly would it be in it for you, I'd be thinking? And don't be saying it's out of the goodwill of your heart of trying to do the good deed for the Avna family.
That's in character, by the way.
Yeah, okay, I figured.
One, we need a meeting with your brother, who...
Yeah, brother is correct.
Yeah, your brother. And... discretion of course, this deal, and also there is a gentleman who is currently being sought that we want to talk to before certain other people get their hands on him.
A gentleman. Oh, you're talking about the war traitor, whatever dwarf. I can't even think of his name. You should probably roll deception at about this point, by the way.
Why? He is looking for the dude.
No,
That's
it's the obvious.
Yeah. You gonna roll deception, Abilene?
I'm not talking.
You're
This
right
is a
there.
charisma.
Yeah,
How am
charisma.
I rolling deception, though?
To see if he's lying.
Oh, to see if the guy's lying.
Yeah. 21.
Well, I'm not good at deception. That's what, Cha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 12.
Okay. You are fairly certain he's on the level on this one. Yeah, you believe him. So he's like, I've never heard of the shop. Outside of his work, of course. But even that's only like third-hand rumor. It's like, oh, you heard that one famous weaver? It's like, yeah, I think I have. Maybe in some magazine or something. I don't know. Can't help you with that one.
He's in the area.
Yeah, I'm sure. And if my granny had wheels, she'd be a wagon.
Yeah. If you happen across any additional information, there could be additional financial reward
I could always
for
keep
for any information provided.
I can always keep a ear to the ground. I don't mind. I think you have yourself a deal. And so I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. So he gets you your tickets together, and you will now have passports and an appointment to meet with Handar, the brother in question, back at his mansion.
Perfect.
Snarg, you now have finished your round. You and your perception roll of 13. You see some pretty butterflies. A lot of guards. There's a large amount of guards around here. That's it, though.
Okay.
So you go in, you show your passport. The guy recognizes you. Hey!
Got one.
Well, good. Make sure you follow procedure from now on. And he just starts ranting. It's don't actually have any respect for the rules and protocols, and he keeps ranting as you're walking away.
Okay, sounds about right.
You make your way to the mansion. You are let in. Snarg, I want you to roll tracking.
Okay. Is this versus the mark or not?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Here we go. I cannot roll well today at all. 17.
Well, 17 is enough for the fact that as soon as you enter the mansion and start going into the foyer area, You're pretty sure he's been there.
Oh, recently?
Oh yeah, probably today.
Are
Says,
we unguarded enough to actually whisper that to...
oh no, you are super guarded.
Okay.
I sure hope you guys came up with some kind of secret code before now. You did, right? Right.
This means... that means I found him, and he has been here recently.
You should have it be like, found him is the scratch, and then the durate, like how long ago is where you
How
scratch
many
on your...
scratches?
Yeah. So like
Well,
just one scratch is like really recent.
I'll scratch myself all the time. How's that going to be a code word?
You don't have any fleas right now though for some reason, remember?
That's true. All right, we'll do the whole baseball,
And only the third one is actually the sign.
Yeah. Wipe my hands 50 times on my chest, and that means that he's probably here.
Now,
All right.
you meet with the gentleman. I'm actually not going to roleplay that because he just exchanges pleasantries. He doesn't really seem to care about whatever it is you have to say. He seems to be a fairly...
things to say.
Apparently. He's a fairly busy man. He will talk business with Guido, because I assume Guido wants to talk business with him about Ice and whatnot. And he will consider the possibility of shifting over to Ice and, there's a lot of polite backtalk and discussion back and forth. And after a bit, he will... How do I want to do this? He will politely excuse himself and then walk away and leave you in like a waiting area.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you want to chop off here or like in a couple of minutes? I know it's a weird thing to ask.
I mean, I'm okay with
what
whatever.
works better story-wise?
Well, I'm going to need spot checks to spot all the traps that are about to go off in your faces.
Okay.
Well, let's do it next time then.
Oh, wait a minute. I know where they are, though, right?
So, that's kind of my point, because you will notice those the moment you walk in. You'll be like, hey, yeah, and this place is glowing red. And he makes polite excuses and walks out and closes the door and then locks the door 17 times.
So I perhaps this question is a little bit too late.
Why
But
is this guy making
when they
polite
sent
conversation?
diplomats, did they come back and say they'd failed? Did they just not come back?
Oh, you mean the Dominion diplomats?
Dominion, yes.
No, they did come back.
Okay. Because I'd kind of assumed that.
Yes. Sorry. That's why I was like, huh? No. But, yeah, this place is about to explode with death.
Why?
Well, I shouldn't say it's about to explode with death. That's actually a totally inaccurate statement, so I shouldn't say that. But there are traps laden across this place. However, none of you walking around in there set any of them off, which, by logical default, means that there's probably a switch somewhere. Probably not in the room.
So we walk into this room and it's just immediately going red. Like, nobody move.
Abilene, roll to keep moving.
I rolled a 13 to move.
You do cartwheels. And nothing happens. Like I said, the traps don't go off.
Oh, I thought you meant they're like all active and stuff.
No. That's the point. Nothing you do activates
okay.
them.
Okay, never mind. Well, it seems
Which
like...
means if we piss the guy off, he's going to politely excuse himself and then go set the traps.
apparently he has a very efficient way with dealing with people he doesn't like.
Now, there's some comfortable chairs in here, and a little dinner plate with some chocolate wafers on it.
The comfy chair, the worst torture device.
The pillow! I can't remember the name of the pillow. What was the pillow?
I don't remember.
The soft
Remind me when we're done to talk about comfy chairs.
Okay.
Okay, so now have the guards left us in this waiting area?
Yes, you are currently unattended in the waiting area.
Okay.
There's definitely no tracking and spy devices in here. Definitely not.
Well,
not like
we've been through this. We've been through that situation before. Take a quick glance around. Actually, is there any place in here that is not trapped? Like, we don't want to put a trap here because if they were going through some little secret area or the door or something, they would blow the user up.
The areas where the spy cameras aren't trapped.
Okay. I just didn't know if there was like some sort of panic room or something in here, basically.
No.
Okay. So did they give any indication of why they want us to just wait here?
It's literally just a waiting room. If not for the fact that you have geomancer sense, there would be nothing amiss.
Right.
It would just be a nice, comfortable room. It's got some decor. There's some paintings, There's a little chandelier going on, and like I said, comfortable chairs and a little dinner plate. It's just a room that he puts guests in to wait.
All right.
Where if they do something he doesn't like,
He can murder the crap out of them.
he thinks.
Can I tell if the Mark has eaten these chocolates? No, I don't know how I'd tell that. But related, I want to see if the Mark has been
Yes.
around this particular area.
Yes, he's been in that room.
He's been in this
How
room.
recently?
We'll say a few days ago.
But he's been in the facility today.
Yep. In the foyer,
Okay.
specifically, today.
Are there any... what does the door situation look like in this room?
There's one door. It's the only door.
No.
It's locked at the moment, for obvious reasons.
Right. Okay.
Because they don't trust us.
Yeah, I mean...
So I will go over and pick up a chocolate, sniff it.
They've got a variety. They've got raspberry chocolate, white chocolate, dark chocolate, 70% chocolate, 90% chocolate, milk chocolate, mint chocolate, spiced chocolate, Old Soy chocolate.
He doesn't understand. He just knows that they're different shapes.
Yes.
So he'll try a couple. Probably not the best thing to do to put those combinations in. Declare the chocolates they're terrible.
No,
And
he
then-
probably doesn't know that they're different chocolates, and so he throws
just
like
grabs,
4 of
like,
them in his
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
just like puts one that's like, these are terrible. This tastes like spices and mint and all sorts of nastiness. There's coconut in here too.
Oh, I hate coconut.
Ugh.
I will take white chocolate.
Okay. It's quite good.
I'll take up one of the mint chocolates.
Okay.
All right. So Guido, what do you think of Mr. Invenar?
Well, he seemed intrigued by the offer.
Did he? Did he really?
Well, whether or not he's going to act on it remains to be seen, but
Okay. Well, yeah, he seemed like he had a lot on his mind. And so I'll go over to one of the security trackers and pick his teeth while looking into it.
Just so you know. I know you're there.
Yes.
Hello.
Well, oh, do I smell any Lugian around here?
I'm going to ask for a roll for that one.
Okay. Perception or tracking?
It's just 2 perception.
Okay. Hey, 20.
Yes. Although a lot more faintly than earlier.
Okay. Oh. Now Lugian has been here too, not a half Lugian like you, Guido.
Because they smell different. You can smell height.
They do. They smell half as Lugian.
they just have a little smell.
Yeah, just a little smell. They don't smell as strongly of like a foundry as the other ones do. Well, twiddles his thumbs a bit. Goes over and listens at the door just to make sure there's, nothing going on. Out of boredom more than anything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm sure he tries the door, realizes it's locked.
It's locked.
Well,
Let's not rush the man.
There's a magazine over there. One magazine.
It's 3 years old.
It is. Yes, it's a 3-year-old car magazine. A really
So
bad
it doesn't
one.
even have cars.
Yes, exactly.
It's like a sci-fi novel.
Yeah. In the
can't
distant
stand it.
future.
I can't
Fishing. It's
stand
about
just
fishing.
sitting here waiting. Ugh.
Or
Well, I mean,
fashion.
Oh, fishing? Actually, let me see that. Oh, this is stupid fishing.
They're talking about nets and boats. That's not fishing.
Like, what is this? Are there any windows in here?
No.
He like says that out loud.
Yes. It looks up at the ceiling. Ugh.
Are there any windows in here? No. So, sorry.
He just perches right next to the door and just waits, tapping his foot. There's a clock in here, slowly ticking.
I won't keep doing that.
Adeline's probably pulled something out of her knapsack that is happily, doing whatever it is that she does.
What does she do?
I don't know. She's Abilene.
Okay. Well, you guys are really just waiting. Okay.
I don't want to set off all these traps.
I'm just amused. That's not what I was expecting. Okay. Okay, so you're just waiting. Got it. What level are you guys, real quick, just to remind me?
Hi.
I'm 14.
We should all be level 4. No, I'm level
No.
15.
No.
Everyone is
Different people are
different
different levels.
because of the infusion thing that happened.
I'm level 15.
And
Yeah,
Guido's
I mean-
13. Okay. So
It
we've got
depends on how
13.
long we wait. I mean, we're not waiting like 3 hours for something.
Well, how long do you wait? Okay. An hour passes.
Oh, that's too long.
7 hours pass.
No.
3 years later.
No. I mean, like, if we get to like the 15-minute mark, that's like
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Ugh. Tries the door again. It's like, all right, this is stupid. How does this thing appear locked?
From the outside.
Does it have a...
Well, I mean, like, is there like a deadbolt or something that we saw on the way in?
There's just
Okay.
a conk deadbolt separate from the doorknob.
Okay. Well,
And he didn't say anything.
I have a
when he
peerless
left.
lockpicking kit.
And no, he didn't say anything, Guido. He was just, I need a few minutes. Excuse me. Please enjoy the refreshments.
Guido, at least I'm gonna get out of here, all right?
I have a
It's
peerless
rude locking
lockpick.
somebody in here. Like, I'll pay for it
Snar's
later.
like over there fiddling with the doorknob. I'll pop up. I have a peerless lockpicking kit.
What does that mean?
It means it's really fucking good.
Oh, okay.
Do you
Would this be
want
a
me
bad
help
time
with
to
something?
mention that you can't lockpick this, really?
I was gonna say, how are you gonna lockpick the deadbolt?
From the inside, where it doesn't have a thing.
There's a door frame, right?
You're gonna lock... Okay. Hang on, that broke my brain.
You
a
just take
little
the door off the hinges?
bit. Yeah, I mean, I guess you
no.
could.
So how a deadbolt works, right? Is there's this bar that goes from the door into the
Just-
wall, right? There
You're
has to
thinking
be a
of the credit
gap.
card trick.
There is a gap.
So-
Exactly.
Some doors don't do that.
Well, it might.
It does not. I love the idea that you're fiddling with the door in a room that you know is being surveillance bugged and is filled with traps.
I mean, he's not making any effort to hide that he's bored and just wants to
I'll
leave.
just turn around and be like, he's done. Can we go to the bathroom?
Can we go to the bathroom? Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
So
Test the door real quick. Does this
Can
seem
I
like...
sit in the chairs?
yeah,
Okay.
They're quite
I'm
comfortable.
going to sit down in one of the chairs.
they're very comfortable, like I said.
Okay.
Does he fit?
Yeah, there's a big chair.
Yeah.
There's
That's what I was
a
just
big
asking.
chair,
Yeah, there's one big chair, a few medium chairs, and a few smaller
tiny
chairs.
chair.
Yeah.
All right. Does this door seem any particularly strong?
It is a pretty strong door, but you're pretty sure you could bust it down if you needed to. This would be the kind of door that a normal person would just that's not happening.
So, what kind of traps appear connected to this door?
Well, there's this one that shoots fire, and this one that shoots ice, and this one that shoots lightning, and this one that
I
shoots
can also
more
disable
lightning.
traps.
There's this other one that
Yes.
shoots lightning death, and this one shoots fire death.
All right. Abilene?
Yes.
I mean, they're going to know about this anyway. So, there's a bug right there, and there. Then there's a trap right there, and while it goes around like that, basically I'm just going to describe all the traps you can see.
I'll try to disable the ones that are attached to the door.
Roll, and please fail.
Intelligence or Dex?
This is Dex.
And I haven't. Yeah. All right. The first roll is that's an 11 plus a 7 is 18.
Damn. Okay, you disable that one.
The second roll is a 15 plus a 7, which is a 22.
Okay, disable that one.
Third roll is a 15, so it's a 22. Fourth roll is a 14, which is a 21.
Okay, boy, I'd say, you know what? You don't need to disable every single trap in the room. We just
There were 6 attached to the door.
You've got
okay, 6
you've got
attached
me
to the door.
started now, so I'm literally just going to kind of go around the wall. That was a 17. That's a 16. That's an 18 on the die. That's a 17 on the die. Does a 14 fail?
No! Okay. Wait, stop. Okay,
That's a 14.
so...
No, I'm going around the room.
No, hang on. So, okay, these are all the traps you disabled.
Okay.
Whoops. Oh, God. My dice! Ah! My dice! Ah, where'd they go? Note to self, look for dice later. These are the traps that all just went off. Because you failed to disable one, so you triggered it. Ha! Everyone in the room takes...
You said a 14 did...
This would be 20 physical and 20 magical damage of various types.
Okay.
So 40 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
40 total damage.
Any way to, like, dodge for half?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save.
I get advantage on dexterity saves, which is good, because that's not good.
Found my dice.
Mine is a 22.
Okay. That is sufficient.
16.
That is not sufficient. Guido?
Hold on. $27.
That is... Wow.
35 minus 8.
Wow. Okay. So Guido and Abilene, you take 20 damage. 10 physical, 10 magical. Snarg, you take 40 damage.
No, 20 physical, and then
20... I mean, if you have specific elemental resistances, I can count these out.
well, I got 5 spell resist, and then I can just use the belt to absorb the rest of it.
Okay.
So I take 20 physical still.
Okay. Okay.
Ow! Ow. I just try to rip open the door whenever things just start shooting.
I was going to say, shortly thereafter you hear a click as they reset. Give me a strength check to push the door open.
Here we go.
All of the ones except for the ones that I disabled, right?
Yeah.
22.
Smash.
All right, leap out of that room before they finish resetting. Come on, everybody out!
You are in an empty corridor.
All right, I'm gonna break out some healing real quick. Wait, are there any traps in this corridor?
There's thousands. No.
Okay.
I mean,
We're gonna
there's surveillance cameras literally everywhere, so I'm not going to repeat that.
Yeah, but I mean that's.
But there's no
I know what's
traps.
going on. All right.
So you're now in the corridor, having busted open the door.
Now the question is, do I split up the party?
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I need to pull up the map of this place. There you go. You're currently looking, so the corridor goes west for a bit and then goes around a corner, and then goes east a bit and goes around a different corner. Now you came from the east, which leads back towards the entrance. You have no idea what is west from here.
Well, first roll in adventuring is always go left.
That's true.
Yes. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a regen 2 on myself. Does anyone else want some in on this?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Evelyn.
I mean, I'm down 20, but I'm okay.
Okay. Now,
Did you want to cut it off there? It seems like a good breakpoint.
Well, I got a little bit of an idea here. This is kind of GM fiating, but so you go left, and as it happened, I decided to move where the room was in the mansion. That leads to what's clearly a tower of some sort, and there's a door leading into it. There's a guard right there who freaks out and goes to attack you. Someone hit him with something.
I hit him.
I just punch him in the face and knock him out.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to try and kill these guys.
Give me a strength check then. No.
I'll roll to hit.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
I miss.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll smack him with Sasha.
Are you-
My to hit is what?
It should be very
Martial to
high
hit is-
because you're a freelancer.
It's a 27.
So you totally shoot him and kill him.
No, I don't shoot him. I go to hit him with Sasha.
Oh, well, your martial hit wouldn't be that high with a melee attack. So what was your actual roll?
It was a 13.
So what's your strength mod?
A 3.
Okay, so that'll give you 16 to hit him melee, which you succeed at. 16 is sufficient. Bonk! Ugh! Thud. He falls over unconscious. There's little sparkles going around his head,
Y'all really need to let me get some sleep ammo.
It is a thing. You open the door. It's not even locked. And there's a spiral staircase going up and a spiral staircase going down, along with quite a few goods and sundries in the area. It's clearly some kind of storage facility.
All right. Can I tell who's been going which way, like the Lugian and the other and the
The Lugian wouldn't fit in here.
Lugian would not fit in there. All right. So what about the marked target, the dwarf?
We'll assume he went down.
All right. There you go.
So down you go. And you go down. You can go down several levels, but you're kind of tracking the dwarf. So give me a roll. Give me a tracking roll really quick.
Okay. Here's the tracking thing.
For the dwarf.
21.
Okay. That's kind of low. But that is still enough. So you track your way down. You go down 3 levels. Well, I thought you had bonuses to your tracking with your mark.
I do.
+4.
Yeah, I don't have 2d12 to roll.
No, fair enough.
Yeah, we're not Guido.
Guido's spoiling me at this point with his insane shadow bonuses. Anyway, so you go down several floors until you basically get to as down as it goes. It's actually kind of much colder down here, like it would be, quite a bit under the earth. And you exit out into what looks like a huge underground facility. Massive place. Big enough for a Lugian to fit, actually. So you notice 2 things immediately. First of all, your tracking leads you towards this one section of the facility, which you can stealth or fight your way to. I'm just going to summarize really quick.
I'll stealth.
Guido, would you like to stealth over there?
Stealth is what? Dex?
Dexterity.
All right, that is a 25.
Ooh, I like this idea. Okay, so Abilene. Oh, you're gonna roll it, aren't you, Guido?
I have to know.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
By the way, you're at disadvantage because you have really shiny armor. I'm sorry. I actually meant to mention that earlier, and I spaced until this very moment. I apologize.
No, that's okay. Let's see. What would this have been? So that's 19, 31,
Jesus Christ.
35, 38. So 30.
Okay. Wow.
That's what happens when you give him 2 D12s.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's more reasonable. Okay, so that's
Snarg, you gonna stealth too?
Oh, yes. I got a 12.
Guido?
22.
Okay. So here's what actually happens. Abilene starts slipping off into the shadows, right? In the direction that Snarg indicated. Guido and Snarg are like, okay, let's slip after. And all of a sudden you hear, stop there! And a bunch of guards swarm you, right? So you're fighting them off. No need for rolls. You're winning. I'm assuming you're still trying to not kill these guys?
Yes.
So
Well, at least I'm not. I don't know about Guido.
Guido, are you trying to not kill these guys? It's up to
It
you.
would look really bad if we did.
It's up to you. Okay, so you're
not going to use Justite.
I was going to say, I picture you bonking him on the heads with the pommel at this point. Kong, Kong. or flat end of the blade.
Justite is still sheathed. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Hey, no blood in your gauntlets.
Kong, Kong. The sound of battle attracts more guards, so you're fighting off an even larger group now.
I'm ignoring them, by the way. I'm just going to keep going.
Abilene, you make your way to what looks like a cell. Now, it's a well-appointed cell, but it is still obviously a cell. Would you like to pickpocket your way in?
I would love to.
And by pickpocket, I mean not lockpick.
Yes.
Wow.
No, I knew what you meant.
You picked the lock out of it.
Yes.
Hold on, let me tell you what my peerless locking gets a +2 to lock picking. Okay, that's a 15 plus 2. What's lock picking's thingy?
Dexterity.
Okay, so that's a 17 plus 7, which is a 24.
4.
Okay, that is actually sufficient. So, you open the lock. There's a dwarf in there.
No.
He's in very plain-looking clothes. He is in a well-appointed prison. I mean, this is basically the definition of a velvet prison. It's nice place. It's nicer than most hotel rooms. But he is there. He looks rather haggard and harried. And when he looks up at you and sees the weapon on your back, he starts bawling. And he falls to his knees and begs you not to kill him. Please, God, please, I'm begging you. Please don't kill me. I won't tell anyone. I swear to God, please.
Not tell anyone.
I haven't told anyone. Please don't kill me. Please, I'm begging you. Please. And no hurry out, Abilene. And no hurry out, please. I'll go. I haven't. You can tell the order. I didn't betray them. I swear.
What
oh,
happened
God.
then?
Oh God, I swear I didn't tell anybody. He is
He used
actually.
my name.
Yes. He is actually shaking with fear at this point, to the point where he's losing sanity. Like, it's difficult for him to even speak coherently.
Give him some water and put him next to Guido.
Oh, God, he's just... you don't understand. I didn't know what I was making. I didn't realize. It was just to fight the thing. They were invading, and it was just for one job. I'm sorry. God, please. Oh, God, oh, God, I just want to go home, please.
Hey, Snar, can I borrow that water for a second?
She's over there fighting like 30 guys.
Oh, I'll pull my water out. I'll pull my water out and just dump it on his head.
Oh, please, I'm
Are you
begging.
calm yet?
He's actually
Why
more...
are you trying to drown this guy?
He's actually more freaked out because you're trying to drown him.
I'm not trying to drown him. I'm like splashing water on his face to get his attention.
Oh, so it's just water torture. Okay.
Yeah, she's water torturing him. He is freaked the hell out.
Really need some of that sleep stuff. Do I have anything with my little...
No,
Put him to sleep with?
you do not. I know your character sheet.
No, I have a lot of shit.
Are you going to say anything to him to attempt to calm him down other than calm down?
I'm going to turn and I'm going to shut the door.
Clunk.
Like, relock it.
So you can't hear all the sounds of battle. You can't relock it from the inside.
She can.
No, you can't. It's a prison door. And there's nothing on the inside to do that with. There's not even a handle for the doorknob. I would love it if you lock close to the door, though, because then you're locked in.
Okay, I'm not going to lock the door.
Okay. So
I shut the door.
No! So it automatically locks.
Well, not like all the way.
Okay, you lean it shut.
So
Snark, you
people
have
can't
7
see.
people dogpiling you right now. Like they're not trying to kill you either, but you're not trying to kill them, so it's devolved into this kind of like brawl.
Say, look, gentlemen.
I'm not in the mood for this today.
Ladies. I'm really not. Like, I could just, like, collapse this cavern on our heads right now if you really want to. Just get off me and I won't
Oh
do that.
God, he's a terrorist! He's a terrorist! He's threatening to collapse the cavern! What do we do, sir? Call for reinforcements! Call for reinforcements!
Well, that sounds like it's going well.
Mm-hmm.
They're being really loud
Wait,
over there.
what did they call for reinforcements in? In his hand?
No, he's got comms. He's got.
Oh, shoot, I want one of those.
There's
Give
these
me
are.
that. Okay.
Ah, my God! Give me that back.
So,
Everything's fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Who are you? What's your operating
Conversation
number?
I am going to try to calm him down.
Now I'm sure you're tired, so go ahead and roll charisma.
That's a 17 plus 4, so it's a 21.
Okay. So he starts to calm down a little bit. He's like, you're not here to kill me, are you?
No.
If you're not here to kill me, you need to get me out of here, please. Please, you need to get me out of here. Please. Please, right now. We need to go right now. Please.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. And he just rushes for the door.
Nah.
Pushes the door open. Looks around. Oh God, they're already here to kill me. Is that what
No, they're with me. They're just really bad at sneaking places.
I thought.
Hey, question.
What?
Do the GM.
What is it?
Blink.
Yeah.
Can I use Blink to pull someone with me?
There's some complexity involved with that, so it depends on the circumstances, basically.
I want to blink him. I realize there's like a range
There is.
limitation. So it's 10 feet equal to a freelancer's level, and I'm sure there's also it probably needs to be someplace like I can't blink ourselves into 7 rooms over.
That is correct. You need to be able to see it.
Yeah, basically, I want to blink him to the other side
Of the battle?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to have to... you have 4 freelancer levels right now?
I have
I don't remember.
10 freelancer levels.
Oh, that's right. Well, you went rogue and then like dumped everything into freelancer. That's right. So, okay, you can do that. You can just right over to the stairwell. Now, to yank him, I'm going to need a dexterity roll.
That's a 19
That's
plus
enough. So, you yank him.
7.
Oh, what just happened? You're not a desolate, are you?
No, that's called Blink. It's a freelancer.
Oh, right. I should have done. God, we need to get out of here. He starts rushing for the door.
Nope. I've got a hold of him.
Strength check. At massive penalty, because you're a mite.
I'm actually pretty strong. I have to haul Sasha around.
I have to Salhasha everywhere. It's terrible.
Shut up. That's a 16 to my strength.
Guido and Snarg, you're noticing this. I'm not even going to make you roll.
Oh, okay. Well, Guido, I think it's time to beat feet. What do you think?
Think we can extricate ourselves from this situation?
Again, I moved the guy out of his face. There's like 50 guys on him. I think it's time to leave. Right?
This guy's dogpiling Guido, too. Get him! Restrain them! Use the
Think we can
anti-Lugian
extricate
gun!
ourselves from this
Use
situation?
the anti-Lugian gun!
Yes, I think that would be great.
Some guys are setting up like a little artillery thing to start shooting at you in the
All right,
distance.
can we like get them and ourselves?
Hey, I want to put my web. So I have Spidey
teleport?
Trap Shot.
You could.
I'm going to put my Spidey Trap Shot ammo in.
Okay.
It does 0d12 damage.
Yeah,
It creates a sticking, webbing style containment which would prevent movement of arms and legs.
that's true.
The first thing I want to do is hit my dude because he's being dumb.
May I suggest you don't do that first?
Okay, first thing I want to do is hit the other dudes because they're mobbing Guido
Okay.
and Snarg.
So you aim over. You need to say quip. I need an action line quip.
Quip.
That's the worst quip I've ever heard.
I don't know. What do you want from me?
Stick
I
around.
slam the stuff in there because I've been using normal ammo otherwise.
Yeah.
Turn around. Guido! Snarg! Get out the fucking way!
Okay. No, I've got it. You turn on and you say, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all! And,
Hit that.
so Guido and Snarg, I need you to both to roll dexterity saves
Oh, okay.
at -5.
Oops.
Well, that's still technically a positive.
I have ricochet shot too.
Yeah, but they're literally covered in soldiers right now.
Still got a 19.
Oh, wow. Okay. Guido?
27.
Jesus. Okay, both of you managed to roll out of the way of the sticky shot, which manages to catch just enough of them in its, like, shot, because they're so close together, that it, like, attaches several of them to each other, and they're like, ah! What the hell? Ah! They're getting away!
All right, so I like kick the other guy off of me and make a break for the dwarf.
Okay.
Enabling.
I'm gonna
Or try to, at
I'm
least.
gonna like immediately turn around and sticky shot my dude because I bet he's trying to run up the stairs again.
He's already up the stairs. He's gone.
No, he's
Oh
not.
shoot! I'll run after this
Doesn't
guy.
take me
I
that
can move
long.
60 feet against this guy's mark.
Snarg
I thought
catches
it was
him.
70.
Snarg, pick me me
Isn't
up
it
all the
70?
way through.
No, I made a mistake.
Snarg,
I don't
you
get that
should
until
me up
level
all the way
6.
through.
Oh, okay.
So Snarg picks Abilene up on the way through,
Yes.
charges up after the dwarf. Now what do you do?
And I'm like aiming Sasha as we go.
I'm grabbing him under the other arm.
Grabs him. Okay. He's like,
I'm
oh
gonna
god.
shoot him with the webbing first.
Why are you shooting this guy with the webbing?
Because
We've got him
he's trying to
restrained.
run away.
I've
Okay.
got him under-
Okay. He is now stickied to the floor.
No, he's now sticky to himself. It says it does arms and legs.
Okay. Just okay.
I stickied him to himself.
Oh no, you're not trying to kill me. I know he's panicked and freaked out again.
Ugh. No, you're
Please.
running away,
I thought
dum-dum.
you were trying to get me to. You need to get me out of here quickly. By the time
I
you get
am getting you.
when you get to the second floor, you start to hear the thunders of foot.
Foot soldiers.
That's what I'm trying not to say. Soldiers' feet, boots, stomping down the staircase towards you. Stomping down the staircase.
Okay. Is this our stop? Like, can we leave through this place?
You're still, by your own counts, you are still at a -3 level
Okay.
That's no problem.
as
So
an underground.
I will say, hey, can we let Guido in front of us if he can slam him up against a wall?
Well, we're just going to use his own way to get out.
Oh. Well, okay then. I don't know if I'm strong enough to haul both of you.
There's
But
the
let's give
Lug-
this a shot.
There's another Lugian! Get the
So I grab a
Lugian!
hold of them.
They
So
start
I'm going
charging
to grab
down
a hold of
after
both of them, and I'm going to try to blink to the other side of the soldiers. It's a strength roll, right?
Hang on. So the way I've been picturing this is a staircase that is surrounding stone, right? So your line of sight is like 5 feet in front of you. But now I'm picturing like it's open. So in other words, if you were to slip, you'd go, right?
Okay.
So you can see up, all the way up to the top, and blink up there, which I think I'm
That's
going to
what
do.
I'm trying.
Just because it's more amusing. So who are you dragging with you? Everyone?
Yeah, Snarg and the dude.
It's,
Guido's down there somewhere.
no, he's right there. He's cool.
Snarg just said
No, I'm not.
Guido was getting his own way out, and
Oh.
that we left him.
Okay. Well, do the strength roll.
Thank God. So that's a 16 on the die plus 3.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I can only get a 23. That's a 19.
I mean, if you wanted to blow an AP.
I can blow an AP. I haven't blown any APs.
Because you're making 2 people now this time. Anyway, you succeed automatically because it's a 20.
Okay.
So you drag both of them up there. You are now on floor 1. There's alarms blaring. Guido, I'm not sure where.
Okay.
He's down in the room where we left him.
So, I have successfully dodged the spider webbing.
Okay,
The guards that were attacking us did not.
that's very true.
Not all of them.
Well, the majority of them didn't. Yeah.
Going to open a portal under them.
To where?
The main floor where we started down the stairwell.
Okay.
Why don't you send him to the trap room?
You could.
No.
But that might kill him. Okay, so you're tossing him up to the main floor.
I'm following them.
Okay. You're fine, obviously,
Right.
as you always are.
Yes. Upon arriving on the new location, where are the guards that were coming down the stairs?
Plummeting into a portal that just showed up on the floor.
Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted.
In fact, what actually probably visually happens is you do this, and they go, because the group on the other side fell through as the group on this side fell through.
Perfect.
So they went, whoop.
Yeah. And then you leap through and close the portal so it doesn't do this.
Yep.
You now have a bunch of sticky guards on the first floor who are really, really confused and have some other side effects that will be relevant later. You blink up, carrying both people with you. There's a bunch of sticky guards right in front of you.
All of a sudden, Guido's there with the sticky people, and I'm like,
You hear the
Do they have an
klaxons.
elevator?
Klaxons start going off. Wah, wah.
No, sorry, that's my pager. We need to get out of here.
You hear more clattering of metal in the distance.
Well, we're
Probably a
on.
good idea. I'm for
Phew.
this plan.
You beeline for the front door. You are now out. Like what's your general exit strategy? You're just gonna leave through every guard.
Well, if there's a window to crash through awesomely and do like a barrel roll outside right next to the front door, then that'd be great.
Okay, so like here's the
No,
front
my
door.
headphones went out.
There's a window like right next to it.
All right, they're back.
So you could do that if you wanted to. But once you get out of the mansion, what are you doing? Because you're still in controlled territory with lots of guards.
Yes. Well, I do know a way out that's not past the main gate.
That's true. You do.
So we can head for that particular part, or we can try and.
So since
what
Snarg
do you
is
think?
carrying his mark, does he still get to run 60 feet?
Yes. As long as he holds it in front of him.
Sure.
I'm chasing
I
him.
just picture him
I'm
carrying
tracking him. I'm technically tracking him.
It's like chasing the carrot, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. You make it over the wall. You get out. The guards are just flying all over the place. You are now basically in quote unquote safety. But again, where are you going to reconnoiter? Where are you going to get out of here?
What's Guido doing? Just blinking in front of it, just teleporting in front of us every time?
I don't know. I mean, he can keep up.
Yeah.
He can't move 60 feet.
So I've been around this city, this town,
Yes.
whatever it is,
Yes.
a while yesterday.
Yes.
It's a really good place to lay low that I know of in the public area.
Okay, so you find this ditch.
Okay.
We could go to the
Not
order
literally
outpost
saying
here.
Oh, not literally. Okay.
I mean, well, actually, technically, we could go to the order outpost, but
That's true. You could go straight to the order outpost.
I mean, technically, they're holding a guy. There's like no reason they wouldn't, say, all right, refuge. But then again, he's at the order outpost. Then
So you could flee town. This is my assumption. You could try to go to. There's no such thing as like a slums or deserted area, right?
okay.
So you could flee town, or you could try to go into one of the inns dragging a dwarf who's stickied.
What do you think, Guido?
Snarg should have advantage to any dexterity rolls to keep a hold of this guy. Because he's sticky.
I'm actually halfway considering just going to the order outpost because that would be the most diplomatic thing to do. But
The GM would rather you not do that.
okay.
I'll just go ahead and say that.
Why is there nothing prepared for the order outpost?
Oh no, I actually know quite a bit about the order outpost. It's just I want this guy to be alive for a little longer.
So I don't think we should return to the same inn rooms that we stayed in last night because most likely
They got us on security camera,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no preventing that, but
so they know who we are.
I don't think that we necessarily need to flee town yet. But if you guys want to, then
I don't think it's necessary to flee town.
so maybe find a lower, another different type of tavern, maybe one that's not so high class.
yeah.
Very quickly rent a room and get this
Or-
guy sobered up.
Okay.
Or maybe a couple of different inns, so we're not all staying at the same place.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then like meet for dinner.
Okay.
Okay. So you can do that, no problem. You get a bunch of different places. The guards haven't really spilled out from the Winterhaven area yet, and because they're trying to look for you in the Winterhaven area. They didn't see you leave after all. As your who actually has him of the
I was hoping he had left him with me, or I was staying with him.
Because I had some questions to ask him because he said he didn't betray the order.
Well, let's actually not cover that right now. Let's just say that one of you has him, and then you lay low for a bit, and that we'll probably go ahead and cut it off there. I think, having gotten the guy out, as the guy is babbling the whole time. No, I didn't mean to. I didn't realize it's not my fault. Please don't kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Please don't kill me. Oh God,
If you'd
please.
stop annoying me.
And then I'll cut it off.
Okay.